you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Jets, Jets. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. I will be joined momentarily by Dylan Tereman, but I want to welcome all of you here. We have a unique, original draft show for you tonight. Is it a 2026 mock? No, it is not. So if you're thinking you're going to see another mock draft, you are not going to see that. If you think that this is going to be a mock that includes any discussions of the 2026 draft, no, it is not. Stay tuned. We will tell you in a little while what this show is exactly. This is what we call a tease in the business, ladies and gentlemen. First things first, Shine Papa freaks all the honeys. Sorry, wrong show. Now, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Also, if you see the scroll going on the bottom of the screen back and forth, or just in one direction, or that one. I'm not sure which way it's going based off of which way you're viewing me. Now, we have a raffle going off. It will be on the draft night, round 1. You do not need to be present in order to win. And this is me slowly speaking so I can add it to the backstage. Here we go. We have a Curtis Martin, Hall of Fame 12, Rookie of the Year, 100 touchdowns, football. That case comes with it. We have a Don Maynard photo with the COA, baby. We have a Vinny Testaverde helmet, mini. We have a Chad Pennington helmet. Is this the last we'll hear of Chad Pennington tonight? I don't think so. But folks, here's how you get in. Raffle entries are $10 each. You get 3 entries for $25, and you can send the money Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. My names are on the bottom. Appreciate all of you. Good luck to everyone who's entered already and everyone who will be entering. Now, I know what you're here for. You don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear Dylan. You don't want to hear, well, maybe you want to hear Jake Asman, Super Chat. Sunday night Nick Shine, and DT Experience. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate you. You are a super nice guy, as they say. Dylan says 3 for 25 was a good deal when I was in high school. Nice. Those Western New Jersey ladies definitely could give a good deal. All right, Eli, you're right. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. Enjoy.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his promise, Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky.
Who, me?
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube if you don't know. The Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we bring in the infamous DT. What's up, brother?
Infamous. I don't know about that. I'm fired up for this one, Nick. We were talking about it, kind of spur of the moment, throwing it together, getting a little tired of the draft talk, so we're going to do a fun little draft of our own. But always excited to be on your show, Nick.
Are we? Oh, tease. Ooh. Folks, stay tuned. We really think that you're going to enjoy this program tonight. Of course, we're going to go through a couple things right now. Not like Mike Vrabel ran through a couple things with Diana Rossini. We're going to run through different things. We will not be driving 2 hours away to Sedona to give you a quick little couple minutes of fun. But what we are going to do is read a super chat from Six Ring. Says, love the shows after work. Do you think New England will get AJ?
Sounds like a question for Diana Rossini.
Oh, yeah. Now, do I think they will do it? I think they'll try to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know.
It seems like it's going to happen. He wants to play back with Mike Vrabel again. Obviously, we know how it ended in Tennessee. He didn't want A.J. Brown to be traded originally when he left Tennessee. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably the betting odds favorite. And New England has been linked to a couple wide receivers in the draft, not necessarily at 31, but we'll see what happens. But it'll be interesting to see where A.J. Brown does end up.
Dylan, excuse me a second. Sometimes things happen and the show has to come to a halt. Super chats are one. And Rick Kent's here.
Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
Every time I watch that, I notice something different. Whether it's Robert C., whether it's Lane with the Mentos and then the jug, or me and Joe Namath picture up on the wall. Every time I watch that, it's something different.
Bobby got me this time.
Yeah, the Bobby. Yeah. Folks, stay tuned. We will get to this, I promise you. We're going to talk a little bit of Jets first, but it is not a 2026 mock draft. It has nothing to do with future draft picks, but we are going to have some fun in a little bit, and we're going to give you maybe some nostalgic names to talk about throughout Jets history. So Dylan and I spoke last night, and we kicked around an idea, and then both of our brains went, ooh, let's do it. So we'll get to that momentarily. Welcome to everyone here. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. But let's throw a couple stories around real quick. There are some rumors. There's scuttlebutt running amok, if you will. Are you buying any smoke about Carnell Tate at 2 or no?
Not Carnell Tate. Like, I can buy David Bailey at 2, obviously, because we think they're going to go defensive edge or hybrid edge, whatever you want to call it, between him and Reese. Tate is probably the long shot to me. I have a sneaky suspicion that they really like Mekhi Lemon, or at least the body type of a Mekhi Lemon. Not necessarily saying they don't want a Carnell Tate, but I think they're pretty high on A.D. Mitchell, and they'd rather go get like a Mekhi Lemon or Jordan Tyson, even though Jordan Tyson's not really that much smaller than Tate, actually. But yeah, I don't know if I buy it at 2. If they trade down, of course, I feel like that would be the ideal situation for any prospect. But no, I don't buy it fully at 2.
Dylan, I'm going to give you my hot draft take. It's very hot, so don't touch anything. You're going to burn yourself. Kenyon Sadiq will be the first pass catcher drafted.
Ooh,
That's my take. That's my hot take going into the draft, and I think you're going to see it possibly Cleveland at 6. I think that you just take an elite weapon if you have a young quarterback. If you don't believe in Shador, or if you go with Watson, I think you add the best weapon and mismatch. So that's my hot take, is that Sadiq, the tight end from Oregon, will be the first pass catcher drafted. I'm not saying I don't like the receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that overall his skill set will translate greatly to the NFL. We see time and time again athletic tight ends come in, and they are difference makers. Whether you look at Laporta in Detroit, you look at Kittle in San Francisco, you got Kincaid in Buffalo. You got guys who come in and immediately, Bowers, of course. You have guys who come in. Did somebody say Brock Bowers? There you go. Shout out to Gary and Gator. But I just think Sadiq can come in and make an immediate impact. And when you're a team like Cleveland, who's very similar to the Jets, they have defense every so often, but they've had trouble building that offensive, building a credible offense year after year.
Yeah.
I think that they just take the best weapon. They've added a couple pieces on their offensive line. And now with two number ones, you can take one of the offensive linemen, and whether it's Safano or if it's Freeling or if it's somebody else, you can add another first round offensive lineman later. But that's one of my hot takes for the draft.
I like that.
It,
I like
it's
it.
different, right? Everyone's
Yeah.
talking about Tate being number one
Yeah.
with the first pick. I don't think so. I think Tate could be the third offensive player taken behind Love and Sadiq.
Yeah,
So-
and you're not even factoring, the possibility of Francis Mauigoa, Spencer Fano, Monroe Freeling, right? I know the Browns are heavily linked to Monroe Freeling, and I don't know if he's going to be there for them at 24 with their second pick. So do they go offensive lineman first at 6, and then maybe Kenyon Sadiq is the first pass catcher, like you said, to Kansas City at 9 or something like that, or New Orleans at 8. So if there's a run after Fernando Mendoza on offensive tackles and defensive players, then like Sonny Styles as well, Caleb Downs, the 3 edge players, like you get all those offensive players pushed down the board. So I don't think that's like an incredibly hot take. It's a hot take, and I like it. My hot take, and it's kind of a pass catcher oriented one as well. Omar Cooper is going to be the second wide receiver off the board. I think it's going to go Carnell Tate.
Really?
Yeah, Carnell Tate wherever he goes. And then Omar's going to be the next wide receiver off the board, probably to the Rams. I think that they think of Cooper and Lemon probably more so than Tyson as like their type of players. And then Tyson and Lemon or one of those two is going to fall further down, maybe Baltimore at 14 and then the Jets at 16. So yeah, Omar as my wide receiver 2 off the board. He's my number 4 in the rankings though.
All right. I like it. Yeah, this draft can't get here fast enough, man. It used to be, 15, 20 years ago, you'd watch ESPN, you'd wait for NFL Live to come on, and they would do their little draft previews. But now with YouTube and all of the content out there, it's almost at the point where even as a content creator, I'm going to say like I'm at the point where I'm almost done with it. Like I just wanted to get here so we can talk about who we have, not projecting who we might have.
Yeah.
So Jay says Cooper just getting the rise of the century.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
it's kind of funny because you have to beware a little bit of players who rise up the board once the games are done. And I liked Omar Cooper when I started the early tape on Fernando Mendoza in like October when the Jets were 0-6 and I started watching him and Ty Simpson. I started watching Omar Cooper. I'm like, I like this guy better than Elijah Surratt. Yeah. And Surratt was getting the, 20 to 35 range hype in the draft. And now it seems like he's fallen and Omar Cooper has risen. And then obviously the testing numbers and going back and matching it to the tape. And everybody's like, oh, wow, this Omar Cooper guy is physical and explosive and he's versatile. And I don't think you can say that many equal things about Elijah Surratt. So it has been a bit of a jump for him.
Something we do have to talk about. Curtis brings up, how about what came out about Ruben Bane? In 24, he was in a reckless car accident that led to the passing of somebody.
Yeah, 3 months after the accident.
Yeah. So, I mean, this to me, like, I'll say it tongue in cheek, but I say it with some seriousness. This has Dallas Cowboy at 12 written all over it for me.
Or Baltimore Ravens.
There will be a slide, but yeah, Ravens, Cowboys, they will just take the player. They'll not worry about the past. They'll say he got cleared and then there's no charges or anything pending. And then a good player will fall and they'll just take an elite talent at 12 or 14.
Yeah. 12 to Dallas, 13 to LA, 14 to Baltimore. I almost called that the murderer's row, but that would have been terrible. But yeah, it seems it seems like teams are aware of the situation. with Ruben Bane, and that most of them are okay with the situation. I'm sorry, but I think most of them are okay with the situation. There seemed to be one team specifically. There seemed to be one team that didn't like the answer to the circumstances around it from Ruben Bane himself. We don't know what team that is, obviously, but I do think it's going to affect him a little bit. But he's still a top 10 talent. Unfortunately, we saw this with who was it, Jalen Carter, who had to leave the combine. He had to literally leave the combine to go to court and then come back, and he was still pick 9 overall. So hopefully it doesn't affect him terribly. We'll find out more after the draft. I know that the victim's family is waiting till after the draft to publish the story because it seems like they don't want to tarnish Ruben Bane's.
Oh no, they want
career.
him making as much money as possible, so then they could sue him.
Yeah, all that guaranteed money, Ruben. That's coming right to us. Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah, get drafted as high as you can.
They're encouraging teams to pick him as high as possible, so there could be a $30 million deal instead of a $20 million deal. Rick Kent asked a very, very good question. Did this accident cause his short arms, or did the accident happen because he couldn't grab the wheel and he had a little T-Rex driver there?
He was leaning too far back. He couldn't reach it.
Very, very good, Rick. Ricky New York live with the super chat. Thank you, Ricky. Says 2 of the best. Great stuff, guys. JETS. Jets. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you, good sir.
Hell yeah.
And I just want to add this. For those of you joining the show, when you gift 5 channel memberships on this channel, we pay homage to our friend Tommy, who just passed away. So looking forward to playing that video many more times throughout the future, and hopefully a couple times tonight. Now, all right, I'm just going to say it. We're not picking at 16.
Ooh.
That's another hot take.
I like it.
We're not. You heard Aaron Glenn the other day say the words, you're going to go get the guy that you want.
Yep.
That's telling me we're not sitting at 16. I think there's such a fall off when you get to 16. Like if you sit there, and we did the mock, me, you, Buffalo, and Dom C did the mock. And I think 12, 13, 14, 15 was CJ Allen, Vega, Lemon, and Thieneman. So like that, why sit if you're the Jets? Why wait? You are in a position with all this draft capital where you don't have to sit and wait. You don't have to be patient. You don't have to play the board. You can say, that's our effing guy. We're going to effing get him. And you can just jump. So I don't think we pick at 16. And I'll say this, we're not going to pick at 33 either.
I was just going to say.
We're going to take 16 and 44, and we're going to move up. Then we're going to take 33, and we're going to move back and recoup some of the capital. Muji is going to put on a masterclass, which how he's going to move up and then down this board. And they're going to maximize the draft capital. And if you, nothing, all right, this was pre-YouTube. It was still Facebook groups, not pre-YouTube, but pre-content shows, right? 2014, I will speak on behalf of every Jet fan. And even though I didn't know all of you back then, I think we all had the same opinion. We were irate that John Idzik sat still with those 12 and didn't move at all.
Yep.
We kept waiting for a trade. We kept waiting for him to maneuver, and it just showed he didn't know what he was doing, obviously, with the results of that draft. But also, you have to, man. You have 12 draft picks. You don't sit and wait. You can use these assets to maximize your selections. And if a guy starts to fall a little bit, you jump up, you get him. And as we know, Idzik was horrific and will never work in football. It should have never worked in football. But I don't see Muji being that guy. I don't see Muji getting worked. We've seen his trades. We've seen him get the throw-ins with Briggs, with Phillips, with Mitchell. I see him maximizing this to the best of his ability.
Yeah, and honestly, I'll even triple down a little bit. Because you don't think they're going to be picking at 16 because of a trade-up scenario, there's a good chance they only pick at 2. Naturally, and then they trade up with 16 and 44, and then they could get a pick back on day 3 in that trade, and then they're picking at 2, 8, and then 33, they trade back to 36 or 37, and then we're not picking at any of the spots. So it really can go any way, and that's why I think the draft process is so fun. And the next 2 weeks are really going to see the effect of that, right? Teams are now stacking their big boards up, and they're making the calls to other GMs, and that's why that smoke about David Bailey's getting out. Maybe the Jets are trying to posture a little bit and find a trade partner somewhere in the first round. And Jordan Schultz said it, the top half of the first round is probably going to be littered with trades. So that's going to be really interesting to watch. And I would love it, dude, if they came away with even Reese or Bailey, one of those two edge rushers, and then they traded up for Mekhi Lemon at 7 or 8 with the Commanders or the Saints. I would absolutely love that. That's an A+ to me. I think if you can come away with 3 really good players that you feel really strongly about, as opposed to 4 that you feel just strong about, I think that's a better outcome for the Jets in the next, not even this year, but next year as well.
Yeah. Shout out to Kyle Clifton with a super chat. Says Vega could go 5 to the New York Giants. Harbaugh had a sick interior O-line with the Ravens. They have to protect Dart. Vega is the best O-lineman in the draft. McShay comped him to Quentin Nelson. Yeah, I've been adamant that there's no way he gets past the Ravens at 14. I thought the Dolphins could be in play. I think the Bengals could be in play at 10, because if he's there, how
They
is
gotta
he
protect
not
Burrow.
the highest rated
Yep.
player on the board? And you need to protect Joe Burrow, because I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but whenever Joe Burrow plays a full season, the Bengals are like contenders. So
Yes.
you want to keep him upright. You want to keep him healthy. But the Giants at 5, I think, would be very interesting,
Mhm.
because now, in theory, that pushes potentially Styles, Downs, Sadiq, and Tate down another notch.
Yep.
Because that's somebody that many people don't have mocked going that high, but there's always somebody who rises. I'm hoping Cleveland takes offensive line. If
Yep.
the Giants take O-line and Cleveland takes O-line, 5 and 6 back to back, say it's Vega Freeling, 5 and 6. Now there's a very good chance you're looking at a Styles, or say the draft goes Reese, Bailey, Love, Vega, Freeling. Now you got Styles, Downs, and Tate all available with number 7 Washington there. And that could be a place. 7 or 8 could be where the Jets jump up, because I think everyone thinks Kansas City is going to take Sadiq at 9 if he's there, right? That's the natural Kelsey transition.
Yeah.
So I think the draft is going to be, I think there's going to be some movement, man. I'm not the only one saying that. There was a report that came out the other day. I believe it was, I forget the name, Jordan Schultz had a tweet Friday night I read that said there expects to be a lot of movement in the top half of the draft. Jets at 16 are the last part of the first half of the draft. That could be where we get some action, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I am a draft fan, not just a Jet fan. So it's going to be interesting. But Kyle, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Folks, if you're watching, we have something very interesting and entertaining coming up for you in a few minutes. Stick around. Call your friends. If you've been a Jet fan for a long time, you are going to enjoy this. If you're a new Jet fan, we may educate you on a couple players. So there's a little tease in the business, if you will. There's 66 of you here watching right now. Hit the like button. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel. Join the Nick Shine Show. Join Dylan Tereman Show. I'll be dropping that link in a moment. Now, oh yes, I'm a big tease. Big tease. Big tease. Dylan, you got any other hot takes before we get into the main attraction tonight? Not Diana Rossini.
No, I think that's it for the hot takes. I mean, I have like mediocre, kind of lukewarm takes that we'll get into like closer to draft time, as far as like how many positions are going to be drafted, but nothing too hot yet. I think we kind of covered them all.
Now, if we're going to talk about multiple positions, should we get Diana Rossini to call into the show?
Yeah, we should totally do it. I mean, I don't think she'd do it, but she might.
Oh, she'd do it. She'll do anything. It seems like. She doesn't have to drive 2 hours to Sedona, ladies and gentlemen.
Oof.
Folks, if you haven't already, Dylan Tereman's link is pinned. make sure you go over, subscribe to his channel.
Can I say something real quick about my channel?
Absolutely. It's a talk show. Please
I
speak.
appreciate it. So, and this has nothing to do with the viewers, obviously. I think it's YouTube. Ever since April 1st, I have not gained a single subscriber. And I don't know if it's just YouTube kind of, silencing my, feed on the algorithm or whatever. So if there's any new people in here, please just go test it out and subscribe to the channel. I've been stuck at 1924 literally since the 1st of April when I started my Curtis Martin mini helmet giveaway. So it's like, I don't know if YouTube's just like holding me down.
That was me. I don't want anyone else to join the show because I want a chance to win it. So the
there
more
you
people,
go.
the less chance I have to win it. That
I knew you were always behind something. You're always the man behind the curtain.
Maybe Jets Johnny took all 7 of his accounts away. He was mad at you. So
if I'm not in hot water with Johnny, then yeah, that's a problem because 7 subscribers is a lot to
Johnny
lose.
pulls his accounts from us, man. We get demonetized.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Jeffrey's here. I see Jeffrey saying, Nick and Dylan, great tandem. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Oh, yeah, Rick. Oh, no, Rick, don't do that. Don't do that, Rick. That's not nice.
No, because the number does go down, Rick. It was at 1925, and then it's 1924.
You're treading water, one up, one down.
No, it honestly hurt my ego so bad to see the arrow like going down for April.
Oh, listen, you know that we're getting near football news when Mo Dean is back in the chat.
Hell yeah.
I saw him earlier. I popped on with Jets Chaos for a little bit when I was at work, and Mo popped in the chat, and I told him, make sure you pop in tonight. You can always use Mo's positive. If you're ever feeling bad about life, have Mo pop into a YouTube chat, and you will feel so much better about your outlook on life, man. Mo Dean being present cures depression. I guarantee you, folks, you will all leave the show with smiles on your faces after reading Mo's comments for the next hour and a half or so. So appreciate you being back, Mo. Glad to have you in the mix here. Again, folks, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, go do the same thing to Dylan. Let's get Dylan up there. Now, Dylan, I have a question for you. This was brought up last week, and I said I was going to save this question for Dom, and we're going to save this question for you because I knew both of you guys were coming on.
Mm-hmm.
What wide receiver in the NFL draft is the perfect complement to Garrett Wilson?
Ooh, okay. So you could take that a number of ways. If I'm going to take it obviously with AD on the roster already. So I would say Jordan Tyson is probably the biggest compliment to Garrett Wilson. It allows them both to play in the slot and on the boundary. You can interchange them a little bit. They both have similar-ish body types, right? 6'1", 6'2". I think Jordan Tyson's actually a little bit bigger than Garrett because Garrett is a little bit slim in his frame. But so is Carnell Tate, right? So I don't necessarily think Carnell Tate is the number 1 A+ compliment to Garrett Wilson. Sure, from a body perspective because he's tall, yeah, sure. But they have that in AD. So I'm actually going to say Jordan Tyson at the top of the draft is the best compliment. And then a round 2 guy that I actually really like just as a fit for the Jets because I think it'll fit what Aaron... what happened?
69 of you here. I get yelled at by the chat if I don't announce this. 69 of you
Let's
here
go.
right now. Shout out to Upside Down Diana Rossini. Continue, Dylan.
Oh, my goodness.
Listen, we're riding the wave.
Yeah, we got it. Until somebody on a bigger platform talks about it and the uniform silence stops, I think it's only fitting that the little people talk about it as much as possible.
You have to have fun with it.
Of course.
Listen, I've made
and it's not the
mistakes in
Jets.
life.
It's not the Jets. Can we laugh at a team
That's
that's
it.
not the Jets?
Dude, do we dodge a bullet not hiring Mike Vrabel?
No,
Every
okay,
news
maybe.
channel, not just sports, Dylan.
Yeah.
Every single news channel would be dragging us if we
Yeah.
were the team that hired Mike Vrabel
Yeah.
and he was sleeping with the New York Times reporter. This would be the biggest controversy in the history of the world. People wouldn't even be talking about the world events right now because the Jets effed up again. But it's New England. So it's like, we're used to cheating scandals in New England. This is no big deal.
Yeah, it's the Patriot way. So unfortunately, I wouldn't go as far as to say the Jets dodged a bullet by not hiring Mike Vrabel, but obviously the circumstances that came along with it and the things that have come out obviously don't sit well. Even if you did want Mike Vrabel like myself for the Jets.
Yeah, and Curtis points out, he's not even going to be at the pre-draft press conference on Monday.
No. And that just like if that's not like an admission of guilt to some degree, I feel like you don't necessarily have to say things to be guilty. Like your actions also point one way or another. So yeah, it's
David D. Wordsmith. New England is immune to scandals because there have been so many.
yeah. And then the next day they launched an investigation into the NFL for anti-competitive, whatever with like the pricing of games every year. And it's like coincidentally the day after a Patriots scandal comes out, then they just kind of brush it under the rug. So, yeah, they spent more time talking about the Coldplay incident on ESPN than they have Vrabel and Rossini. So it is pretty it's on par for the Patriots, but yeah, you can't say it'd be the same way for the Jets. Back to my second.
Apologize.
You got another one? You good?
Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Bobby Midnight, is here. Member of the channel for 16 months. Bobby, I apologize that I missed this. Please forgive me. Don't yell at me. I know you'll find another reason to yell at me. Just don't yell at me for this. Says, hi, Nick and Dylan. You guys are great. I am here for you guys. Appreciate you, Bobby. You're the man, Bob.
Oh, yeah.
A slim and trim Bobby Midnight, I might add. Now,
Let's
Bobby
go.
and I are in a competition because we are right around the same weight. The last I weighed, I was 227. So I'm trying to get down. Me and Bob are like neck and neck right now. So
We're close.
we're close. I'm a full.
No,
foot
you and I
taller
are
than him.
close. You and I are close.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah,
What are you at?
I'm going the wrong way. The last time I weighed myself, I was 201 and a half. So
Oh, we're not that close. I get to 201. I look like a fucking Ethiopian. I'm too big and broad
But
shouldered.
you got a big frame. Yeah, you're like 5 inches
Yeah.
taller than me.
Yeah, I get to 201. I'm dying.
You're what, 6'4"? I feel like your
Three.
percentiles. Yeah, your percentiles are a little higher just based on your height. So
Yeah, like I said, my goal when I graduated high school in '96, and this was as an athlete, I was 223, like chiseled. Now there's less muscle, there's extra skin, like from all the weight that I gained. So I'm 227. My goal is when Nick graduates high school in mid-June, late June, like the 20th, to be less than when I graduated high school, which would be remarkable since I'd gotten up to 382 without surgery. That's
wow,
crazy.
Yep.
But Nick is 218. I might just not eat for the month of June. If I can weigh less than Nick, and I might just start putting weight gainer in like all of Nikki's drinks.
Oh my gosh.
If I can weigh less than Nikki when Nikki graduates, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you're crushing it with your entire journey on your weight loss. That's just hats off to you. That's just it's awesome.
And I'm working out like a madman now. I have the ability to work out daily now. So with the new shift and the time, it gives me more energy to do stuff.
Yeah.
So, when I was working 2:30 to 11, I didn't have the energy to do before. I was watching Jake's show. I was doing my show. I was going to work. I was coming home, maybe doing a show at night. I'm like, I'm not working out at 12:30, 1 o'clock at night. Now that I'm home at 5:10, I have the opportunity to do it, and I'm really, really committing to it. And I'm starting to see the gains, as the kids say. You're much younger than me. Gains, is that still a thing?
Yeah. Are you gain maxing or whatever the hell? I don't even know. I'm trying.
Oh
to
yeah, now you lost me.
Can't, I can't act younger than my age. I'm 31, and I have a conversation with a 25-year-old, and I'm completely lost.
Nice. All right. Lou B with a super chat says, "Can you name the top 5 wide receivers for G5?"
Yeah, in the draft, I mean, it's probably just going to be the top 5 receivers that I see in order because they're all, in a way, a fit and they're going to help Garrett. But it'd be Tyson or Lemon, Tate, Tyson, Cooper, and then Jeremy Bernard, who was the person I was going to get to before we got derailed by Rossini getting railed. But Jeremy Bernard, the the Alabama wide receiver, super versatile, plays out of the backfield as well, was one of the few helps to Ty Simpson last year in a year full of struggles for Alabama's offense. So I like Jeremy Bernard. He would be my 5th wide receiver.
Nice. All right. Now, I'll defer to you. Dylan is more of the in-depth draft guy. I'm focused on round 1. What I will be doing on Friday, I'm off Thursday and Friday for the draft. I'm not much of a draft dork that I took off Thursday and Friday. Not sure of the plans. Lou texted me earlier. Lou, I took a quick, Dylan knows, I'm like, I'm taking a quick 20-minute nap. I
Yeah.
just laid there. I put the I don't know if you have an iPhone, you can add a widget to your phone, and it's what is this? It's the ambient music. You can add the ambient music, and it's like that soothing sound, like that background noise. But if you go to the homepage and you do the drag down and you add the widget ambient sound, dude, I sleep with this every night now, man, with the earplug, so it's kind of like faint in the background.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, man, I've been sleeping so much better since I started using that. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it. 10 out of 10.
Apple
All right.
whispering sweet nothings into Nick Shine's ear while he's sleeping. You are a beautiful, feminine woman. Like the episode, I know you're not a Friends guy, but Joey gets a CD from Rachel and he's listening to it at night and he wakes up and he's very feminine because it's like a body, confirmation type of video. And that's what you're listening to at night.
I
Don't
feel like
fool
you
us.
talking to a 25-year-old right now.
There
Anyone
we
who
go.
references Friends, I don't get it. Obviously, with the
There we go.
internet, I've seen clips on Instagram or things
Yeah.
like that, but normally I scroll through them quick because I don't want that to become my algorithm. So I'm very careful about what I watch and don't
Yeah,
watch.
that's true. They get you.
Ricky New York with a super chat. Thank you, Ricky. Says DT, day 3 wide receivers, Lane, Burks, or Benson. Now, Ricky, I know we've had Lane on the show here several times, and we've had him do a 40-yard dash in his bedroom.
Oh,
I
no.
don't know if Lane is worth a day 3 wide receiver. Dylan, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, Lane Kerner, probably not a day 3 pick, maybe a priority UDFA. Definitely has some traits that you like. But this is Jacoby Lane, the USC running mate to Mekhi Lemon. I don't know if I love him. I liked him early on in the process, and then I just was not, impressed with him at the Senior Bowl. And then Burks, I like a lot. Physical freak, athletic testing was like through the roof. He's chiseled up. Kind of like Omar Cooper light, I guess. Like if you don't get Omar Cooper, you could get a Deion Burks. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about Malik Benson other than the fact that he ran a 4.37 and he's 6 foot 189. So he's probably, the type of player I covet. Chris Brazel he runs a 4.37, but he's 6'4", and I didn't really love him on tape so far. But maybe the smaller, shiftier types that run 4.37 I would like. So I don't know enough about Benson, but I do like Burks, and Lane is okay. Lane would be all right for me in the 5th round.
Lane is okay.
Stay in my crib by the light, and so bright as the twilight's last evening.
All right. Dylan says subs are coming in now. Rick Kent, unsub now. Unsub now. Level it out. You got him, Rick. This is what we were waiting for, Rick. Balance it out. All right, folks. We're minutes away from the big reveal. We have 80 of you here watching right now. The headline here is a New York Jets draft show that you've never seen before with Dylan Tereman. Here's what we've come up with. It is not a 2026 mock draft. What we are going to do, we are going to build a roster from the year 2000 until through 2025 with the best New York Jets draft picks. Now, we're going to do this as a draft. We're going to go back and forth. We're going to snake it with 1, then 2, then 2. And we are going to build a roster. And you guys will vote on who has the better roster here between myself and Dylan. Now, we know you're tired of the future talk. We know you're tired of the predictive conversations and the mocks on who will the Jets take. So we are going to revisit the Jets drafts of the past. And listen, I looked at this last night. If you've noticed, there's only 3 offensive linemen for each of us. We couldn't even build over 26 NFL drafts. We couldn't even put a full roster together. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible, our draft history. So the rules are this. They were just drafted by the Jets. Their career does not have to be with the Jets. It can be the best person throughout their career. For example, I'm going to use somebody from the 90s who was drafted. Keyshawn Johnson. He's not eligible for this because he was in 96. But Keyshawn only had the 3 years with the Jets, 4 years. And then he went to Tampa.
Yep.
But you would include the entire career because it's somebody that the Jets drafted. So,
and then
we're
you
gonna
can't have
figure
Wayne
that-
Corbett. We can't have Wayne Corbett because he was undrafted. And then
Yes.
obviously we can't have Curtis Martin because he was a trade from another team. So it doesn't matter where they had their best part of their career or whatever it is. It's drafted organically by the Jets.
All right. So, Dylan, you were the guest. I will give you the choice. Would you like to go first, or would you like to go second and get the first of the double pick?
I would like you to go first, but I wrote this out like by year when I was going through it on Pro Football Reference, and I had 3, potentially 4 seasons of drafts where I could not write a single name down. So of the 26 classes, there's probably about 22 to actually choose from. So I thought that was really interesting that there was a handful of drafts where it was like, damn, you really got to just scroll to the next year and keep writing names. But yeah, I'm glad that we figured out a good format of not too many players where we're drafting, guys that clearly were not good for the Jets. And I think this is going to be fun because there will be a couple of them that have to get drafted. But with that, I'll give you the honors. I want you to go first. I'm really excited to see who your first selection is.
I was hoping that you chose to pick first.
Oh, I thought about this, Nick.
All right. Let's add this. All right. So, I mean, give me Darrelle Revis. If you give me a Hall of Famer off the bat, I'll take the Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I mean, if you didn't take him here, I was taking him with the next pick. This felt like the most obvious. Let me just format this properly so I look like an organized fella here on the show. But yeah, Darrelle Revis would have been my first pick. The depth is a little low at that position.
It is.
So
That's another reason.
So for that reason,
it's very top heavy.
If you didn't take, say you went at a different position here, I was taking Revis and Sauce at 2 and 3.
Oh, wow.
Because of how lack of depth there is. Now we can wait a little bit. We can put the second and third tier of cornerbacks to the side. I'm a little bummed you took Revis, but I will take Sauce. The next best thing, two-time first team All-Pro. Obviously, he'll go on and do probably decent things for Gorman's Colts, but Sauce is the pick here. I'm gonna go at another thin position that I think is really top heavy, and there's only one player, and that's Breece Hall. I think the second and third tier of running backs gets low, and we only get one. So I'm gonna take Breece Hall here off the board.
There's not many players here who had the success that this player had, and it was after the Jets. I will select Super Bowl winning quarterback Sam Darnold.
Oh, that's a good one. He was number 1 on my list of quarterbacks. I was gonna see where you were going with quarterbacks, but I'm glad you went this way.
Now you took Hall.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with another position that's very thin. I'm gonna take Nick Mangold. Now we only get 3 offensive linemen, and it's not center specific, but I'm gonna take another guy who I believe will get to the Hall of Fame one day. So I'm gonna go top heavy here with the big dogs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll never get to hear that speech. It was coming. That speech was coming. The bust is going to be in Canton for Nick Mangold. Rich told a cool story on the Jets Collective. I don't know if you heard it about how Ozzie Newsome right, one of the Ravens executive called Mike Tannenbaum and told him right away, like, you got a really good one in Nick when they picked him at 29. So yeah, it's hard to argue with this one. Gonna stay at the same position group because I think there is a bit of a fall off if I don't get to some of these guys. So I'm gonna take his draft classmate, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, the Iron Man streak. I mean, what was it? One snap he missed, and it was a weird, fluky offensive formation where they had a tight end at left tackle. So DeBrickashaw Ferguson was an easy get for me here. Looking at the board, I can wait on quarterback. Quarterback can literally be my last pick.
Yeah.
Since you took Sam Darnold, so that helps me out there. I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna do this one. Somebody we've been chasing the skill set of for several years since he left. How many times do we have to say we don't have a 10+ sack guy since John Abraham? Obviously, that has since changed. But John Abraham to me feels like a really easy pick. He's my number one defensive lineman. So we're getting a guy from each trenches in this one.
Yeah, that was my next selection. Very good timing on your part. I'm looking over my board here now. All right, so I can eliminate quarterbacks, so I don't need one there. Running back, I can wait on because you took one.
Yep.
I'm reaching here in terms of the overall board.
Okay.
But I'm going to take Garrett Wilson.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm going to double dip. And I'm going to get what I think would be the best compliment to someone like Garrett Wilson. And I'm going to take Jericho Cotchery also.
Ooh, okay. I like this. A little bit not aligned with my rankings, but this is definitely a good pick. Coles was somebody who I had in bold as like, okay, we need to come away with this tier of wide receiver, and Cotchery was firmly in that tier. So you definitely got two good ones. This is tough.
Well, here's what I'm doing too. I am also pandering to the chat by taking Nick Mangold, Sam Darnold just won a Super Bowl.
I see you.
Jericho Cotchery's beloved. I'm going with the fan favorites here for the poll later on.
Hell yeah. No, that's very fair. That's a sound strategy because you know the audience, they're gonna vote for the nostalgia vibes of Nick Mangold for sure. This one, you double dipped, I'm gonna double dip. I'm gonna take Armand Membu and Olu Fashanu. I'm going to round out my three offensive linemen. Sorry, not sorry, Nick. The next four names on the list are okay. You'll do fine, but I think I got 3 out of the 4 top guys on the list.
I'm going to double dip now. Screw you.
We're double dipping. All right.
I'm going to screw you here.
Hey.
Pause.
Only if you have a scoop for me.
Give me Sean Ellis.
Ooh, okay.
And give me Quinnen Williams on the D-line.
Okay, my D-line 2 and 3 off the board here. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. All right. You leave me with the other Super Bowl winning Seattle Seahawk, Leonard Williams. I will take him as my second defensive lineman, and I'm going to wait a little bit on that one. And I'm going to come around. I think I'm going to take Lavernius Coles here. I want to come away with at least one solid to very good wide receiver that I feel good about. And I think Coles is it. There's a couple other guys left, but I think I had to snatch up Coles. I couldn't let him be your wide receiver 3.
That's fair. I think I'm going to double dip again here.
Let's go.
I think I'm going to double dip, and there's 3 players at this position I would be okay with having. So I'm going to take 2 of them and give you the big old I'm not going to say that. That'll get clipped. I'm going to put you in a dilemma because you're going to have to go deep to find your 2 players. You're already there. I know. You're already highlighted.
Oh, okay,
so,
good.
There's 2 of 3 that I would love here.
Yes.
I'm going to go again. I'm going to take current New York Jet, Demario Davis.
Oh, you dick.
And I'm going to take the last player that I bought a jersey of. I'm going to take Jonathan Vilma.
Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to take, obviously, David Harris. He was my number one. I'm not taking him just yet, but
Now you don't have to. You can wait.
Yeah, I'm surprised you took DeMario first. He was my number 3, but I totally get it. He's like my fan favorite. He's like my current favorite Jet, my favorite Jet of the last 10 years, even though he hasn't been here for most of it. But yeah, DeMario's a great pick. Vilma is obviously a great pick. It's a thin position, and it gets bleak after the Hitman for me.
It really does.
I'll have to figure it out though. I am gonna go.
I wrote 5 names at that position.
Same.
Okay.
And I don't like the 5th one, so I'll take the 4th one and settle. But for this one, I'm gonna go 1 offense, 1 defense. I'm gonna go Jamal Adams. I'm gonna kind of put you in a little bit of a bind there at safety and take the top guy off the board. And then I'm gonna come back around and I'm gonna get Santana Moss as my wide receiver 2.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Then I'm gonna solidify my safety room here, and I'm gonna go Kerry Rhodes, and I'm gonna go Marcus May.
Ooh, okay. I like it. I remember having a conversation with you about Kerry Rhodes, and I didn't think you were gonna take him because I know the limit was a little bit pushed back when you were talking about it, but now that you tighten in the parameters of the draft classes, he does have to be factored into this one. So I do like that. I can wait on safety. I can wait on linebacker. I can wait on quarterback. So looking at the board here, this is a tough one. I guess I'll take my tight end because I think there's only one, and it's our current one, Mason Taylor. There are some other options I think that are okay and fine Jets, but I feel like Mason Taylor is the best one to me. Black Gypsy already said his guess in there. He was my number 2, but I'm gonna go Mason Taylor with this one. And oh man, this is tough. I don't need O-line. I'm scared of a specific position. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Sheldon Richardson and round out my defensive line. Give me an offensive or defensive rookie of the year player.
Okay. Nice selection there. I'm going to take Quincy Enunwa for my 3rd wide receiver.
Okay. That was the last of my top line guys.
And I'm going to take Chad Pennington and play him at running back. Screw you. You get no quarterback.
Can I do the same with like Brad Smith then? Can I play him at quarterback?
There you go. Run Wildcat the whole time. All right. So I'm going to give you my thought process out loud for this one. With a 3-man defensive line, I got Sean Ellis and Quinnen Williams who can play defensive ends, right? In a 3-man front. The other names that I have listed are Brian Thomas, Muhammad Wilkerson, and I have Will McDonald.
Okay.
However,
I put Jermaine and somebody else on the list, but I'll wait.
I don't even have Jermaine. I don't even have Jermaine.
It's fair, completely fair. But that's how low the list goes. It's like we have Jermaine on the list.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Sione Buha.
Damn, that was the last. That's the name I didn't want to say because I felt like if I said it and you didn't have it written down, you would have been like, "Oh, Sione Puha, that's a great pick, Dill." All right. I'm glad you know ball, Nick Shine.
Oh, I love fatties. Have you not paid attention to this channel?
You're 100%.
I'm a chubby chaser, as they say.
All right, so you took Enunwa and then Puha.
Oh, Black Gypsy with a very good comment. We can add coaches as well if you like.
Okay, we got to go.
Head coach,
just
OC
ahead.
and DC.
Wait, we're gonna do all 3. Okay, yeah. I'll have. Yeah, I can think of most of those on the fly. I can't think of every single coordinator we've had, but I can think of the good ones. Yeah, we'll do that. So you took Enunwa and Puha. That was your 2, right? So it's my turn again.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. All right. I'm taking Michael Carter the second. as my second corner. It gets so thin. It's disgusting how thin it is. No one's taking Trojan-sponsored D. Milliner, and Kyle Wilson was awful. Shouldn't even be on any list. So we'll go Michael Carter here to pair with Sauce. And then I guess I can just start taking players now because we've kind of already got them squared away. I will take David Harris at linebacker 1.
All right. Now, for a team that has been very good with drafting the big name cornerbacks, we don't have a lot of depth. So Clancy, that's the 3 names I have left at corner are Brandon Eccles, AZ Thomas, who like really has done nothing in the league, but that's how bad we've been drafting at corner. But I'm gonna take this guy who ended up with 17 career interceptions. I'm gonna go Dwight Lowry.
Oh shoot, you had him written as a corner? Damn, I thought he was a safety. That hurts.
Well, he did play corner for us.
I don't know ball, man. I clicked on his name. It said he played safety.
He may have
shifted. He had him listed at DB, so I wasn't sure. So that's fine. I'll give it to you. It's your show. I had him at safety. Maybe I don't know ball.
Pretty sure he played.
I thought he was a safety. Maybe I'm thinking of is there the other? Oh, you know who
Yeah,
I'm thinking?
his first 2 years with us, he was cornerback. The 3rd year he was listed as DB, and then he moved to safety later in his career when he wasn't with us. But he was drafted as a cornerback.
Gotcha. No, completely fine then. That's completely fine. I'm thinking of Landry. That's the name that I'm mixing up, and we didn't draft Landry, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. All right, Dwight Lowry is your first one. You're right. You have one more.
All right, I'm done there. Let me take this down. All right, O-line, all these positions you've taken. So I don't have a clear-cut running back to take.
Mm-hmm.
The options aren't very good.
I have
But
4 names listed.
I have 3 listed that are left.
Okay.
I had Hall. I wrote 4 total.
Okay.
Because if you took Hall, I literally am bouncing between these 3. And if I took it now, it's going to be 1. If I took it the next pick, it's going to be someone else. Like it depends on what you're looking for. Now, building a real roster with the need of a returner, I would take Leon Washington.
Okay.
However, playoffs matter. Give me Sean Green.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was going to say Joe McKnight as like a sleeper option because you said return man, but then, yeah, Leon Washington, of course. The other name is Bilal Powell.
Yeah,
right.
That's the other one.
And then I had Braylon Allen written here. I knew we weren't going to get down to it, but it's like the fact that he could be considered the 5th best drafted Jets running back since 2000 is kind of scary. Because like Michael Carter, the running back, we're not gonna consider him. All right, you went Lowry and Green. Let me go.
And I love Bilal Powell. I met him out in Cincinnati. He was very kind to us.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
But
shout out BP.
Sean Green in the playoffs with that offensive line, that San Diego run, the New England waving goodnight and then putting the ball down as the pillow, the Cincinnati touchdown playoff run. I mean, Green was phenomenal in the playoffs. And I know Jets fans might have to Google what playoffs is. I'll play a commercial, come back in 30 seconds when you're done. But yeah, playoffs matter. And when he's a gamer and he played at his best on the biggest stage. Disappointing career long term, but those first 2 years were fucking incredible moments.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm explaining the rules to our friend Jared, who said Keyshawn Johnson. It's 2000 to present. So Keyshawn does not work.
Building just like the best rosters with Jets drafts from 2000 to 2025. No
that's why Brandon Marshall.
No trades. They had to be drafted by the Jets in this time frame. Modine, he was not drafted by the Jets. Pay attention, Mo.
Oh man. All right, these 4 positions don't really matter because you have all of the other players, so it doesn't matter what order I take them in. So I'm going to take them in order of how I like them for my team, and that's going to be Chad Pennington, the franchise. When I was a kid, I went to one of those. I think it was like a Champs. I think we were talking about Champs sporting goods store, and I bought a $1 with Chad Pennington's sticker on it, and I paid $5. And by the time we got out of the mall, my brother had ripped the sticker off the dollar bill to prove to me that I bought a $5 Chad Pennington dollar for 5 times the price. So yeah, he got me, but Chad was fun. He was my
Before you
first.
go, I would
Yeah.
like to predict the pick, so don't.
Okay, well I'm going in order, so you can guess wide
All
receiver.
right. So, and it might be laughed at as a Jet, but Elijah Moore is sneakily having a good career as somebody. Listen, it's not a good career compared to the rest of the NFL, but
Yeah.
it's a good career compared to the rest of the guys the Jets have drafted at wide receiver. I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's a top wide receiver in the league, but it's Jeremy Curley or it's Elijah Moore, in my opinion.
Yeah, or somebody that I jokingly mentioned before, Brad Smith. That was the only other name that you could even consider. I'm gonna go Jeremy Curley. Hopefully this
Okay.
hits with the fan base a little bit better than a malcontent in Elijah Moore. So hopefully that gets me some brownie points, like Jared said. All right, so you got tight end and 2 offensive linemen left. We know the tight ends are coming down to probably one of 2 players, right? Becht or Keller. But I'm interested to see where you go with offensive line. So do you mind doing your 2 offensive linemen first?
I will in 1 second. Curley had 270 receptions in his career. Elijah Moore is at 209. So the Jets are obviously fantastic at drafting wide receivers. Terrifying that they're going to have to draft one this year and probably next year as well. All right. So the tight end. I'll save tight end for last. I'll go
Okay.
with the offensive line here. There's been first round selections. There's been Mekhi Becton. There's been AVT. I'm going to go with the second rounder, and I'm going to take Joe Tippmann here.
Wow.
And then I am also going to take a tackle. You took 2 from Penn State. I'm going to take the third. I'm going to take Kareem McKenzie.
He was on my list. I was okay taking him. I didn't want to, which is why I doubled up with Membu and Fashanu right away. But yeah, this was it. I completely overlooked Joe Tippmann. So I'm glad that didn't come back to bite me in the ass too hard. And I feel good about my offensive line. Because if I got Kareem McKenzie.
Rabel quotes.
Jeez. Oh, man. All right. We got one more each. My linebacker versus your tight end.
Hey, now.
Where do you think
Rabel
I'm going?
quotes again. Rabel, the linebacker, against Rossini's tight end, baby. Let's go.
We just walk right into him. Where do you think I'm going with this one? There's 2 names that I'm debating between.
Linebacker?
Yep.
Oh, you're taking David Harris. Oh, you got David Harris?
Yep.
Then better career, you're taking Cashman.
Yep, that's where I'm going. The other name is a current
Sherwood.
Jet, Jamie and Sherwood, and I'm not taking him. So where are we going with tight end here?
Playoffs matter. Dustin Keller. That catch and run in Cincinnati, the touchdown catch in San Diego, Dustin Keller. Now, granted, we haven't had, and the other one is obviously Anthony Becht is the only other choice, to choose from.
Yeah.
But
I got blocked by your signage here. I didn't take a safety. I knew I was missing one. I was like, I shouldn't have picked one that last time. I should have picked 2. So I have one more safety left, and it's not a great one.
Eric Coleman?
No, I'm gonna take Ashton Davis.
Oh, over Eric Coleman? Over Eric Smith? Wow.
Eric Coleman, he was listed as a DB, and I clicked in and said cornerback. So PFR is lying to me in these streets.
All right.
Luppy, hold on. Luppy's like kind of clowning my Cashman pick. Who's the linebacker that the Jets drafted that we're taking? Because it's Cashman or Jamie and Sherwood, and I think Cashman's had by
Where
far
are you going to go?
Darren Lee.
Outside linebackers? You're going to go Jordan Jenkins or Lorenzo Malden?
No,
Like, there's not many good.
I'd take Darren Lee over those guys. Dylan Donahue drove
Yeah.
drunk backwards in the Lincoln Tunnel.
Some of the names that I have left. Who did I take? I took Green. I'm gonna read some of the names. Teller went.
Oh, then we could do our coaches and coordinators.
So you're up for 2 picks here. I'll give you first choice. Head coach, OC, and DC.
And I get two picks right now.
Well, no, you pick Davis, so now you pick.
Okay, yeah. So
one
I get
coach.
one coach. From 2000. I mean, you got to go Rex, right? AFC championships back to back.
Yep.
Didn't end the best, but of all the head coaches, I mean, it's probably between him and Herm Edwards, right? Just in terms of like consistency in the playoffs. So I'll take Rex for the vibes. Let's go have a goddamn snack.
All right. Now I'm going to be a little different here with this because I can build my staff the way I want on my show. I'm going to select Robert Saleh as defensive coordinator.
Oh, you chooch. You absolute chooch.
We don't have many good options.
Yeah, no, we really don't. All right. So now you got a head coach and an offensive coordinator.
For offensive coordinator, I mean, if you're taking Rex, I got to take Schottenheimer. Schottenheimer was the offensive coordinator for 2 championship games. So
yeah,
give me Brian Schottenheimer running the offense with Rex running with Robert Saleh running the defense.
All right. Now I have my 2 coordinators, and then you have your last coordinator. I'm gonna take Mike LaFleur for OC.
Okay.
I mean, you had 400 yards for an entire month of non-Zach Wilson quarterback teams. So that's the easy pick for me. I'm a Mike LaFleur truther. And I'm going to steal a page out of your playbook. He's now calling the plays. Give me Aaron Glenn as my defensive coordinator.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to take Eric Mangini and put him at defensive coordinator.
You know, I did think about Mangini. I thought about a couple other players or coaches there at DC, but no, let me get AG. I'll take AG.
All right. And Clancy just said mine. I will take Todd Bowles for a head coach.
Hell yeah.
So
No
I got
Herm?
Bowles
No
at
Herm?
head coach.
You don't like Herm?
I do not like Herm for the simple fact that he took a fucking knee in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
With
okay.
Chad Pennington instead of
gotcha.
kicking the goddamn ball or going forward. He took a knee in the worst kicking place in the world. So no, I do not ever want Herm for that reason.
Yeah.
Herm to me is fuck it, I'll say. Herman to me is the original Barack Obama. Said a lot of stuff, but without saying anything.
Yeah.
Like
The
that's how I
master-
view it.
yeah.
Like just a lot of fluffy talk that tells you what you want to hear, but like no substance. And I'm not a Herm guy. Herm is a great motivational speaker. He's not a great head coach.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's true. He's good for the podium.
If I'm ever in a
quotes
bad mood, I will call Herm up and let him motivate me and then make me feel better about life and God and circumstances. But I am not having Herm making major decisions in a game. Also, shout out to Ted Cottrell. Ted Cottrell ran a really good defense for Herm in those years.
Okay.
And with a 3-man front, Herm Cottrell was a consideration.
Yeah. See that I can't go that deep in the bag for the coordinators through those eras. So no, that this was fun. I think we both have really good teams, dude.
Yeah, Modine had a comment before. Said both teams go 5-12.
And they're picking too far away to get the next quarterback.
Yeah,
at least
then we'll have to
yours
give up
has
all
a
our
ring.
picks in 27 to move up.
Yeah, right. But now we can do the 2027 mock draft like we were originally scheduled to do on the show, right?
Oh, here's something new in YouTube. So for quite a while, when you do a poll, you don't get to see it unless you vote. but now I can see
Ooh.
the results as it's going.
Oh, nice.
I can't vote in it, but I can see the results.
Imagine not being able to vote. You're no better than a woman to Gary.
Oh wow. I haven't voted in Jake's tournament at all.
At all. You
At
made
all.
the bracket.
I haven't voted. That's why when you see me in the chat, I'll ask what's the vote at, because you don't see the results
Until you vote.
So I'm
Yeah.
constantly asking for the updates.
Is there a reason
yeah.
you're abstaining from voting?
Yeah, because everyone asks who you voted for, who'd you vote for, and I feel as someone who does shows and wants people to come watch my show, I don't ever want anyone who subscribes to my channel to feel alienated or that like I have something against them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So this year I haven't voted at all. Granted, I helped put it together, but I'm not gonna go against somebody who subscribes to the show, and the majority of them do. However,
Yeah.
if you don't subscribe, then scorched earth. I'm rooting against you.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know you secretly voted for Leany against Beast. I know you did.
I didn't vote. I'm telling you.
You just mentioned alienating somebody, and the first person that came to mind was good old Attic Boy.
Luppy, I can't love anyone as much as I love you, Luppy.
Hell yeah. Luff's the man. Johnny Boy said kickers. I don't even know. Did we draft more than one kicker that was solid? Like, we can fight over Mike Nugent, I
Yeah,
guess.
Hall was in the 90s, I believe.
Yeah.
Mike Nugent was drafted. So when Mike Nugent was drafted, we didn't have a first round pick that year. Our first pick was the second round, and I believe it was number 53 overall. I'm going off the top of my head with this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm looking. 47 overall.
Okay.
So back in the day, there used to be things called house phones. And
landlines.
Yeah. My buddy's apartment, which we would always hang out at, you'd walk up the stairs inside the apartment, and then the kitchen phone was mounted on the wall. The main one was there, and there was an answering machine. And we were playing poker there that night. It was a Saturday night. It was the NFL draft. And I call, and I leave a ridiculously angry message about, I wait 47 effing picks, and we pick a fucking kicker? A fucking kicker? Are you fucking kidding me? They took a kicker with their first pick? And I just lost it. That message was saved for as long as he had the apartment. And whenever anyone was in a bad mood, they would go over and hit play and just play that voicemail. And people would just crack up because it was the Nick Shine, Mike Nugent rant voicemail.
That's hilarious. It lives on forever.
Shout out to Luppy, who gifted 5 channel memberships. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal here. When 5 channel memberships get gifted, we show some love to Tommy.
Here we go, baby. J-E-T-S, Jets, let's go, baby.
And Luppy's 5 went to NC Green 73, Kyle Kerms, Dale Schneider, Common Country, and Cap 10. Thank you, guys. Now, also, if you look at the names there that were gifted, if you are someone who loves gambling, go subscribe to Kyle Kerms' channel. He's got, I think, 100,000 subscribers, if not more. And he's a very good handicapper. He's a personal friend. So if you're someone who likes that type of content, I would highly recommend going to subscribe to his channel. Luppy, thank you. We appreciate you. So there was a comment before. David had a comment I wanted to get up, and then we got talking. I'm looking for it. Dylan's team seems to have more speed and quickness. Nick's team seems to have more power and bulk. Well, I do like fatties. I do want to control the trenches. So, I wanted to get that aspect of it. Sean Green is a power running back. He took Bree, so I had to go with the power. You know, having Garrett and Kotchery, but then having the power of a Nuno at wide receiver.
Yeah.
You know,
It kind of makes sense. You like the big fatties, like you said, and I lean more towards the new speedy type of players. Now I have some bulk. I mean, DeBrickashaw, Membu, Fashanu, Abraham, Williams, and Richardson. That's a pretty solid trench right there. And David Harris obviously helps me out a little bit, but yeah, I don't lose. I lose the size battle like Revis to Sauce, Vilma to Cashman, things like that. Keller to Mason Taylor probably. But I don't know. I feel really good about both our teams. For as bad as the drafts have been, we decided and actually made two really good rosters.
Excuse me if I'm clearing my throat. You know it is. Robert C says, isn't Pat Leahy the Jets' all-time leading scorer? Tammy? Yes, he is. He is the Jets' all-time leading scorer with 1,470 points, which is more than we've scored in the last decade.
Jeez.
Luppy says, Nick and Dylan, you guys rock. Thank you, Luppy. You're the man. Appreciate you. Derek says, so nice talking Jets on a Sunday. Folks, these are the rosters. Vote accordingly in the chat. Now, let's break it down by position. I love Chad Pennington.
Yeah.
And every year Chad Pennington was healthy, the Jets seemed to be a playoff team. He went to Miami. They were a playoff team.
Yep.
However, the level Sam Darnold's played the last 2 years, we never saw anything like that from Pennington.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Pennington came on and had that tremendous start to his career with the touchdown interception ratio. I love Pennington, but I would give the slight edge to Darnold for having the best 2 seasons, but overall, Pennington's consistency and leadership, man, it could be neck and neck. If you pick Chad as the better quarterback, I'm not going to be upset with you. If you pick Sam, I'm not going to be upset with you. So I'm going to call it a push at quarterback.
Yeah, I had Sam actually as my one, but just because of the Super Bowl ring. But it is kind of crazy to think that Chad Pennington was the starting quarterback for the Dolphins and the Jets the last time either team won the AFC East.
Good point. Running back, Sean Green and Brees Hall. Again, it's the type of offense you want to run. If you want to run a power offense between the tackles, like I like, Sean Green fits that mold.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have a more all-around weapon, Brees Hall fits your mold. Again, I'm not mad at either one. Sean Green burst on the scene. Playoffs matter. Like to me, that held some weight with me. It's why I was okay not reaching going early for Brees. The receiver room is where it gets interesting because you got Curly, Moss, and Coles, which can be another version of the Three Smurfs with replacing Corbett with Curly. I think my receiver room is better.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I had the choice of taking Coles, and I love Coles. I've met him twice. With Garrett Wilson, I think is the best of the bunch. I was able to get him, and then take Kotchery, which would be a tremendous compliment.
Yeah, I had Kotchery as my 4, so I got my 2 and 3 and 6. You got my 1, 4, and 5.
All right, that's fair. Tight end, I think Taylor will be better.
Right? Yeah, it's a complete projection on my part. Yeah,
it is. But 44 catches with missing the last he missed the last
4 games, 5 games. Yeah,
yeah. So he would have had in the 60s, not with Brady Cook a quarterback because Brady couldn't cook.
Right. Yeah.
But if he had Taylor for a whole year, you're probably looking at 65, 70 catches.
I'm buying stock for the impending breakout year that AG is talking about.
I'm with it, especially if you have Garrett, AD, and then you add a first round or an early second weapon, or you add 2 weapons. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think Taylor is just scratched the surface of what he can be. And if you get a quarterback like a Geno who's not afraid to throw the ball downfield, you're going to see him getting bigger plays too. Offensive line, listen, you loaded up on tackles. You got Mr. Consistency, Brick. You got 2 young studs. Membu's the powerhouse. Olu is Brick 2.0, like a technician. You know, I went with more power with McKenzie at tackle because that was the only one really left. Titman has the flexibility at guard center, and obviously Nick Mangold is going to be a Hall of Famer in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
You have the
I
higher
think
chance of putting all three on the field at the same time. Like somebody's probably going to be the swing tackle in this scenario, but
Mhm.
how
Yeah.
close were you to taking AVT over Kareem McKenzie?
No,
You weren't okay. I didn't think
no.
so. He's like kind of like Jermaine in that aspect. Like he just wasn't here long enough and made too much of an impact yet.
I like guys who actually play on Sundays.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
weird. I got a real weird scale. I need
Oh
you
yeah,
to play to be too useful to me.
yeah.
Uh,
I think I got you on this next one.
you got the
Abraham.
pass rushers, right? Like the pass
Yep.
rushers are sexy. You got John Abraham. Uh, you know, Sheldon had a quick start to his career,
Yep.
and Leo's Mr. Consistency still around. You know, this many years later.
Yeah. And I get
Uh,
a gadget fullback in Shelley. So
you know, I built a true 3-4 front. Like I got
yeah,
Buha.
you built like an actual defense, which was impressive in its own right.
Yeah, and you know that's for example, what do you put Sheldon at the nose and a 3-man front with
No.
Abraham?
Leonard's going to the nose. Abraham and Shelley on the ends, 100%. And then Cashman's going to be like that jack linebacker walking down.
And of course, since I love defense, Demario Davis and Vilma. I don't
You
even
win
think.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah. No disrespect to David Harris, but you ended up playing for the Patriots, so no.
Yeah, it does hurt.
We're not gonna pay attention to that when we talk about corner because Revis did too. But since it's on my team, it's accepted.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you got the Hall of Famer, so that definitely gives you points.
Yeah.
And Dwight Lowry. I mean, we'll say you cheated, but that's okay. It
All
got
right,
ugly quick for the.
and I'll take Brandon Eccles then if you're
Yeah.
saying that. But he
Hey,
did play his first 2
no,
years. He was drafted as a cornerback.
I know. I'm just busting your balls, but I do think you have the edge at corner. Obviously, you have the Hall of Famer. If Sauce played his whole career for the Jets and did what he did the first 2.5 seasons, then maybe it's a conversation. But I think you have the edge on this one. But Michael Carter II, I mean, I don't think we talk about how much of an impact he actually made for this team until he wasn't here and everything went to shit.
Well, he went to shit when he was here.
He did, or the defense?
He did.
You think he did? I mean, the back injury was kind of
he was
plaguing.
giving up
but
penalties. I mean, he wasn't the same. I don't know if he was injured. I don't know if he had the Quinnins. The Quinnins is when you'd stop playing well and then you go to another team and all of a sudden start playing well immediately. That's now called Quinnins.
Yeah, it's tough.
But safety room, and you got the guy who was an All-Pro. I think overall, I'd have the better room with May and Rhodes.
Yeah, I just have the
And
top.
you can even put Jamal at linebacker instead of Blake Cashman. that would have been an interesting move. If I'm taking Harris and Jamal Adams, and have Jamal be linebacker in the box.
Yeah, but then the safety that's playing alongside Ashton Davis is probably like Calvin Pryor.
Malachi Moore, because he had 2
Malachi Moore was on my list above Calvin Pryor. So like I would take what I have, but yeah, you can get a little versatile with our linebacker friend Jamal Adams.
Yeah, well,
Single greatest takeover of a game, by the way, him versus the Giants in the black uniforms when he literally stripped it out of Daniel Jones' hands and ran it in the end zone. Like that's like stole your cookies moment 1.0. So I love that one.
That was a very fun game. And that was the game, or that was part of a 3-game stretch against the Raiders, the Giants, and the Redskins, where the Adam Gase, Sam Darnold led offense scored 34 points in 3 games straight. We have not seen that type of offensive output like we did those 3 weeks. I don't know if probably since the 80s where we had a run like that.
Yeah.
Granted, there was a defensive touchdown in I think 2 of the games. Also, I want to say this.
Was that a Gatorade?
It was Gatorade.
Okay.
It was a Gatorade Zero, but I kept the bottle. And I put sea salt into water to make sure I get enough sodium.
Hell yeah.
This is like a little mixture.
I like it. The bottle looked like it had a longer neck, and then when you tipped it up, it looked like the bottom of like like a plastic jug of vodka, and I'm like, Nick, you're doing so well. I just got caught off guard. I'm like, we're like looking like Jake Asman taking swigs of Henny on the show.
The Robbie Anderson hate. Why is there Robbie Anderson hate?
Because he wants us to include UDFAs, but that's just not how we did it.
Yeah, we didn't include undrafted free agents. He wasn't drafted, Black Gypsy.
And to be honest, I don't think I'd have him in my top 6 anyway. I would take Jeremy Curley over Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, there's only yeah, I'm not taking a guy who changes his name.
Robbie Chosen. Unless it's Ocho Cinco, then Nick would take him.
Wait, wasn't it Chosen Anderson or Robbie Chosen?
Well,
what did he change it to?
He messed it up the first time. He tried to change it because he wanted like Chosen to be his last name, but I thought he changed it to like Chosen Anderson, and then it still said Anderson on his jersey. So then he changed it to Robbie Chosen, so that his jersey said Chosen with the number 1. Couldn't even get the name change right.
He cost us a win against the Dolphins because they punched the ball out with his fucking spaghetti arms, and he
was just so frail, man. Like he'd get blown over by like a small gust of wind at MetLife.
Oh, very close in the poll here.
And then we got our coaches. I think I have the advantage at coach, because Rex had the better. Wait, who is your?
And you got the guy who coordinated the top defense in the league.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't think having Saleh is bad as defensive coordinator. I thought that was a nice little caveat to throw in there, right? And I think Schottenheimer, who's now a head coach in the league, is better than LaFleur.
Also a coach in the league.
Yeah, true. But he didn't call the plays in the Rams, so he's less proven, right?
Although, which is really funny that he ended up being hired by the Arizona Cardinals. Did you know that there was a week this year where the Rams played the Cardinals and Sean McVay was sick and he flew separate from the team, and I don't even know if he was in attendance at the game, but Mike LaFleur called all the plays from the booth and they hung like 48 points on the Cardinals that game. So it's funny that like the Cardinals then went and hired Mike LaFleur to be their head coach.
Yes, Snowball. I did this Friday night, and for those of you who don't know, now StreamYard does a polling system.
Okay.
Where you can put the poll up. That's what Rossini said, and you put 1, 2, 3. Say you have 4 options. The chat can type what number they want, and it registers as the poll. So. Oh, we are tied at 50-50.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I just went in the lead, and then it went back to tie. Oh, I'm in the lead. We're going to end it. Ha-ha! Suck it, Dylan! That's tied. Fair. I wanted to stop it when it was tied, and that's what I was going to do. But we ended up tied. I'll vote for you, and then we're tied. How's that?
Cool. How many votes did we get?
43. So we're going to tie.
Large enough sample size. Large enough sample size.
For yourself. I'll vote for you. Okay. And then it's tied at 22 votes each. So we ended up tied.
Okay.
Yeah, not a fan of it, Snowball. Wasn't a fan. Now that one's over, and I wanted to end it to show. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was something different. You know, we wanted to give you guys something different. We know you're all mocked out. We know the content shows have been. Listen, the people who watch these shows are watching multiple shows a day. You know, they're watching in the teens for shows for a week. So we wanted to present something different. We wanted to give you guys a break from the same conversations that are happening, just with different people in different ways. So hope you guys enjoyed this. We're going to do some more fun stuff here on the channel throughout the off season. I'm a big fan of making lists. So we're going to have some shows with the list. We're going to bring that series back, whether it's just Jet stuff, whether it's all-time types of conversations, whether it's serials, shout out to Charles, whatever the case may be. Luppy said he didn't vote. Luppy, cast your vote right now. Tell us in the chat who you vote for, and then Dylan will vote for the opposite. Derek says we just enjoy being. Appreciate you, Derek. You're the man. Folks, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We got a few more new subscribers this episode. Also, Dylan's link is still pinned in the chat. Go subscribe to his channel if you have not already. And look at that. Even Black Gypsy was something nice to say to me. You know that it's a good idea. This was way better than the mock draft. Thank you for the change of pace.
Hell yeah.
We did a thing on this show early I was still at the apartment over the daycare center. So this is going back to 21 when I first started doing shows, and myself, Adam, Jeremy, Buffalo Jet fan, Dom, Gunny, Tigo, we're all first starting out. And we did an all-time, and this is something we can do again. We did an all-time draft, but you get anyone who played for the Jets at any time in their career, but you get them at their prime.
Ooh, that's fun. So
the first pick was Brett Favre.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
Ooh. Okay.
Well, this is 21. It's before Rodgers. So
Okay.
Brett Favre,
Which is funny because I probably still would have taken Aaron Rodgers, but a little bit of recency bias. He was coming off 2 back-to-back MVP seasons.
But he wasn't a Jet at that point in 21.
Oh, shit. See, I don't know the rules to the game. I don't know the rules to the game. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy because,
And you got to think about how many people did we get past their prime. We got Ty Law past his prime. We got Ronnie Lott past his prime. We got Art Monk past his prime. There's a lot of players the Jets have gotten past their prime who weren't great as Jets, but ended up having, tremendous careers.
Yeah. For those who play Madden, right, they have a mode called Ultimate Team, which is just collecting the cards of different players and assembling a roster. And you can do theme teams in that mode where you get, all the Jets players and you have the Jets chemistry and they get stat boosts and stuff. But people don't realize how good a Jets theme team is in Madden because so many players that aren't known for being on the Jets, they get the Jets chemistry and boost all the stats. So it's you have Ed Reed and, all these crazy players on your team, Brandon Marshall. So you can put together
Brunell
a good team.
was drafted at quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Mark Brunell wasn't great with the Jets, but he was a Pro Bowl quarterback a couple times over.
Yep.
Oh, wow. David, you're going back before me, my friend. You're going to have Sammy Baugh at quarterback and Bulldog Turner at center. Wow. I'm going to have to trust
That's an elite name.
Yeah, Bulldog Turner.
See, even when we were the Titans, we had elite centers.
Yeah, wide receivers. Brandon Marshall, was an all-time. Art Monk, Brandon Marshall. You had LaDainian Tomlinson. You had guys who weren't at their best with the Jets, but we brought in a lot of guys. Jason Taylor, Hall of Famer, went early.
Yeah, Chris Jenkins. This is my fucking drill. In the rain, doing the red zone drill on Hard Knocks, man.
Well, I want Sweat to become Jenkins.
Yeah,
I want him to just be that fucking guy who's
just watching his
around
tape
and
on
getting
repeat.
into it with Titman and if it's Myers or Parham, whoever. I just want to see that nasty mentality brought back to the center of the defense. Demario Davis barking with them, talking shit to the offense. It was so much fun. So some of the names on my list that we didn't take, Bilal Powell, Leon Washington, Elijah Moore, Beck, AVT, and Slauson, Brian Thomas, Will McDonald, Wilkerson, Sherwood, AZ Thomas, Eccles, Eric Coleman, Eric Smith. So, listen, we got to hope that we get some better drafts. That would be the fun part.
Good thing we didn't have to do a full 11v11.
Yeah, that's why I looked at it and I was like, I don't think we could put a full.
When I saw your message this morning breaking down the format of positions, I'm like, 3 offensive line, that's going to be real tough. I mean, we found, I think, 8 we said combined that we felt okay about. But yeah, it's like there were some positions, obviously, like safety, Jamal Adams, like it kind of drops off a cliff. I know Kerry Rhodes is solid, but it's like it drops off a cliff in some of these spots.
Yeah.
Did you have Sanchez as your third? That makes sense, right? He was the only other.
I didn't need to make a third, but I mean, he would have. He's been the only third quarterback.
And Zach was the
drafted.
only fourth.
Yeah, I mean, I would have, if we had to take a fourth.
I'm saying if we did 2 each, Sanchez and Zach Wilson.
Hold on.
Sanchez and Zach Wilson. It's not Kellen Clemens.
I'm scrolling through. I mean, is Kellen Clemens
Hackenberg?
really worse than Zach?
Petty.
Brad Smith is actually.
Oh, dude, I'm so stupid. I'd have taken Geno as our fourth quarterback.
Yeah, there you go.
It'd have been Sanchez and Geno. Thank you, Black Gypsy.
Brad Smith was actually listed as a quarterback
when he was drafted, right? Yeah, it was like quarterback / wide receiver.
He was a quarterback out of Missouri.
Yeah. Didn't he? He's the one that lost his shoe on the kick return, right?
Yep. That was on Thanksgiving night against the Bengals.
Bengals,
09.
yeah. I was going to say it was an orange team. Yep.
Greg McElroy. Could have went with him.
Yeah. He's got a nice career for himself on television.
Taj Boyd, round 6 in 2014. Bryce Petty, a whopping 1,353 yards and 4 touchdowns, 10 interceptions for his career.
Oh, God, that's Tim Boyle numbers.
What other quarterbacks did we take? James Morgan, never played, Florida International.
Yeah.
Hot wife, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah, that's what you get when you Instagram.
Yeah.
Jordan Travis, what could have been.
Oh, all the stories about Woody and Jordan Travis that he talked about on that podcast. You ever going to get better? Like, what kind of question is that? His leg literally exploded, and you're just going to be like, you ever going to get better?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Didn't they take him in the same year that the Spencer Rattler was taken in the draft? It was 2023.
24. Or 2 years ago.
23, yeah. So that was Spencer Rattler. Dude, and I wanted Spencer Rattler so bad, and he got taken at 150, and then we get Jordan Travis.
Fit an all-time acquired free agent Jets team. Put an all-time acquired free agent Jets team against Jets drafted players. Oh, the free agent Jet team would be better.
Yeah,
you'd have Ronnie Lott and Ed Reed. You'd have Jason Taylor.
Brandon
Tomlinson, Antonio Cromartie.
Yep. Santonio Holmes was a
You'd
trade.
have Alan Faneca at guard.
Yeah. How did we get Braylon?
You'd have Ty Law at corner. You could put Revis again because Revis could be on both teams. One that was a free agent and one that was a draft.
Yeah. Kevin Mawai. Did we trade for Mawai or did we
free agent?
He was
a great video.
We traded for him.
Yeah, Bill M shared it in my Discord yesterday, and it was an interview about Mawai talking about Parcells. And when he was a free agent, he was saying, he's like, I'm not going to go to the Jets. There's no way I'm going to go to the Jets. Parcells, I just don't want to play for him. Everything I see about Parcells, he's screaming and yelling at people. But the Jets were interested, and they brought him in. And Mawai went to Parcells. He's like, listen, I appreciate you guys are interested. I just don't think I'd be a good fit here. Parcells was like, why not? He's like, every video I see of you, you're screaming and yelling at someone. And Parcells went, Mawai, if you're the player that I think you are, I'm never going to have to yell at you. And Mawai was like, oh, shit. And at the time, 5-year, $17 million deal.
It's a huge
Reset the center market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a big deal back then. What is that? 3 2/3 million?
Yeah. That was massive money back in the 90s for football. Salary cap was the salary cap back in the 90s was what quarterbacks are getting now. Is $55, $60 million.
Yeah.
I remember when Drew Bledsoe became the first $100 million player. It was a 10-year, $100 million deal. And then he got knocked out by Mo Lewis right after that.
Yeah. So 5 years, $17 million. Linderbaum just signed 1 year, $28 million. So 160% of Mawai's total contract in one season.
Yeah.
It's absurd, man. Even Creed Humphrey, number 2 on the list, he makes more than Mawai in 1 year of his deal.
Yeah. Folks, while we got you here, draft night, the Nick Shine Show. We'll be doing a party from the Woodbridge Brewing Company in Woodbridge, New Jersey. If you are around, get there. 7 o'clock, the party starts. 8 o'clock, the NFL draft starts. That night, we will be giving away 4 prizes. One is a Curtis Martin signed football. The other, Don Maynard autographed photo, a Vinny Testaverde mini helmet, a Chad Pennington mini helmet. These entries are only through Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. My names for those are scrolling on the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions, you can email me. It's $10 an entry. $25 gets you 3 entries. And you do not have to be present to win. There is my email if you have any questions. Thank you to everyone who's entered so far. Mike D's Nuts says, I hate this draft. Mike, you would have loved the show, man. We just did a draft of Jets players. Yeah. The 2000 salary cap was $62 million.
Nuts.
Yeah. Mike, go back and watch the beginning of the show, probably about the 25-minute mark, 30-minute mark. We did a draft of the best players drafted by the Jets between 2000 and 2025. Little something different, little trip down memory lane, little nostalgia, if you will. But folks, hit the like button. We got 63 of you watching here right now, and we have 60 likes. Last chance, not ever, but click on Dylan's link. It's pinned in the chat. Go subscribe to Dylan.
Now that the subscribers are working again, we gotta prove Mr. YouTube wrong. I feel like they're just trying to hold me down, Nick.
That's it, man. It's kind of like Diana Rossini.
She could hold me down. I got a chair.
With her nose, she could do it hands free. It's like a Bluetooth.
I got a chair in the corner for her husband.
Oh, Gonzo. Yeah, blue nose, Bluetooth. There we go. Luppy says tomorrow do the worst players drafted by the Jets. Why would we want to? Snowball, I got your entry. You're in for 3, my friend. Appreciate you. Good luck to you. You want to build the worst Jets draft?
This would hurt. This would hurt.
I just take the Idzik 12.
Yeah, for real. You got one of them today.
I'll take Idzik 11. I'll put Zach Wilson in place of Enunwa, and I'll take the 2012.
But you got Taj Boyd in the Idzik 12 or 11.
Never played in the NFL.
Awful, man. Awful.
It's rough. It is.
That would be the most saddening show.
Yeah.
For however long we did it.
we get 17 weeks of sad shows when the season starts. I see you. Stop waving. I see you. I don't need you to wave. To you too, Bobby.
Oh, my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know who it is.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
To infinity and beyond.
Bobby.
Yeah, that was me. Hey.
What up, Bobby?
Hi, Dylan.
How are you?
Good. And how is Nick doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You're looking slim and trim, brother. I love it.
I feel like I have too many digits to be on this screen right now.
No, don't worry about it. We're the Nine-Toed Brothers.
Well, you know what? We're gonna.
That's what I'm saying. I'm missing out. Like,
we're gonna pay respect to a guy that posted in my Facebook group last night, Mark Gastineau. We're gonna get rid of him. We're gonna pay $99 right here, Bobby. Me and you, $99.
Yeah, I like Mark Gastineau. I met him. You know the story.
I'm over here in the chat fighting Luppy about Blake Cashman still.
Dylan, do you hear my story?
Kevin, I got you, brother. You are in, Kevin.
I've heard a
You're in.
couple of your stories, Bobby, but I don't know if I have heard the one that you're specifically talking about.
About the elevator story, me and my brother.
No, I don't think I heard the elevator story. You
You
and
want me to
Mikey in
tell
an
it, Bob?
elevator?
I love the story. Can I tell it?
No, I'm gonna tell it.
All right, let me tell the quick version, and then you tell your version.
No, I'm gonna.
So
You
they were in the
no.
elevator one time, and the elevator broke
Oh.
down, and Bobby had gas, and he farted, and Michael
Yeah.
passed out, and Gas didn't know how to hold Mikey because he fell.
No, okay.
No? All
This
right,
is
Bobby, you
what,
go.
okay. This he was just joking around with you. This is the
Believable.
story. When I worked at the college in Keene, New Hampshire, they were run by Marriott, right? So you could stay at the hotels.
Mhm.
So we went there to the Jet game, and we stayed in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay.
The Jet game, and all the Jets were there in that hotel.
Mhm.
So we're riding up on the elevator with Mark Gastineau, Joe Klecko, and Marty Lyons.
Mhm.
So Michael, that year, Mark Gastineau was going to divorce his wife, right? So Michael says, "Oh, how's your wife doing?" You had to see the face on this guy. And Joe Klecko and Marty Lyons are cracking up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was good. I've been a Jet fan since 1978. Okay, that's a
Wow.
long time. Yeah, I'm a Knicks fan, and then the last time they won the championship, 1972, I was 4 years old. I really
Oof.
did.
It's been a long time.
Very long time for the New York teams. Hey, Nick,
Yes, sir.
I'm watching that Soprano show. It's so great.
That Soprano show. I
I
love
know.
it.
Me and
I'm a
Bobby
big-
talked yesterday, and he's like, "I'm watching The Sopranos." I'm like, "Have you ever seen it before?" He's like, "No." But how excited did I get to start talking to you? I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, you're gonna love it.
Should
I'm
I
addicted
start
to
it too, Bobby? Should I start
Yeah,
it too,
you
Bobby?
should. It's a
You
good
guys should have
show.
a watch party. You should stream yourselves watching it together.
You know what happened?
I know what happened.
I could be a 30-year-old man. I could be a 30-year-old man by saying this. I liked his daughter. She was pretty.
She was 17 at the time of the show started. You're in season
Yeah,
1.
but okay, well, she was still pretty. Okay, I know
Wait
that.
till
I could be
season
30.
6 and
I
then
can't
tell me how
tell
much you love her.
Oh,
Wait till she
season
gets to
6.
college, then
Okay.
tell me how much you love her.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's going to college. Dylan's cracking up over here. You get a red. You get a red in the face than I do.
Oh,
This
I
is
love
more
it.
entertaining. Is this more entertaining to doing a draft, Jets draft? And talking
It's a
about
Jets show,
draft?
Bob. There's times where we have
Um,
fun, and there's times where we talk Jets.
Well, I feel bad for Jake. 2 days a week, 6 days. Well, really 5 2-day shows.
2
That's
days a
10,
week, 5 days a
11.
week.
Bobby just
Oh,
said a
wait,
phone
we
number with the
forgot
amount of numbers
Tuesday
he said.
night. We forgot 12 with my Bernard Tierney and the other guy, Rich Samini. We forgot that.
Oh,
He
Brandon
called-
Tierney, the Jets Collective. Yes, yes.
That's the guy I like. I like Bernard Tierney.
Yeah.
His partner, you know what partner I didn't like?
Show me your butthole.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know who
what he
BT's
was. a
partner
butthole.
is.
Tiki Barber. Remember Tiki Barber?
Oh, yeah. I tried to forget
Yeah.
about
Oh,
that
yeah,
guy.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I do forget him because he cheated on his wife, threw Eli Manning on the bus, and then the Giants won the Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls without him. So, bye-bye, Tiki. See how karma kicks you right in the ass? See how that works? Boop. And I got
Coincidence that they won right after he left.
Yes, that was funny. I was yay. Can I say something about my show? I'm gonna have a show after the showing. Surprise! So
No.
anybody wants to come over, you be quiet.
Well, you didn't let me answer. You're like, "Can I say something about my show?" My show is going
I
to be
know,
on.
but
So
you probably going to go
of course you
sleep.
can.
You gotta
You're
go
my buddy.
sleep.
Of
After.
course you can.
I know that's why I stopped my show and then I'm coming back later. I don't like.
You're a
to
nice guy.
sleep on food. I try to be. Don't worry about it. My ex-wife won't believe that though. And I could
opinion means
prove
nothing to
something
us.
to you, Nick Shine, right
What do you got?
now. You always ask if you always ask if I open the box. I can prove it. See right there with the orange chair. Can you put me full screen? See the orange square chair? Salmon chair.
It's the salmon covered chair, color chair.
Yeah, salmon. Then see that black thing right there next to my dresser?
Yes.
That's the walker. I opened it. So.
Oh, it's leaning against the walking pad?
Yes, because I don't do it. I'm walking outside now when it's a beautiful weather.
Awesome.
And I can't
Glad to
really
hear it.
I can't do it with my shoe on there. I would fall my ass off.
Did you throw the cardboard out yet?
Yeah, it's all gone. Yeah. That's before they cleaned my house up. They did a good job cleaning when I was gone. I got another.
You know who else just got rid of a box recently? Mike Vrabel.
Have we confirmed that he's gotten rid of it though?
No. Well, he may have been his ex-wife.
The ex-wife is the box.
One of the boxes is no longer usable.
I know. I saw that naughty boy.
Supposedly, she follows one of Vrabel's sons on social media.
Yeah, but he should be doing a wing banging with her.
No, I completely agree. I think it looks worse that she follows Vrabel's kid. That means that they're in on it. Can we get that last word from you, Bob?
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Oh yeah, forget it.
Can you say this for me, Bob?
What?
Gabagoo over there.
Gabagoo over there. That's gabagoo. They use that in The Sopranos. I just saw it.
You're gonna hear that a lot. You're gonna hear that word a lot.
That's why I said it, Bob.
So yeah, that girl, his wife must be much prettier than that girl. Stank, I tell you. Because when I worked at Marriott, right, I tell you a story. Mr. Ford was a manager, right, and Kerry was the catering manager. Those two did it. And then his wife, when I met Mr. Ford's wife, I wanted to marry her. I said, go walk your dog now, Mr. Ford. It's time to walk your dog. I mean, Kerry. Kerry was like a dog. Mrs. Ford was, ooh, yeah. Oh. That's a story I never told anybody. So that's good.
Look at that. We got breaking news. Also, shout out to Snowball. I saw you do the breaking news this morning. I was watching your show a little earlier, or later in the day when it wasn't live, but I was catching up. Shout out to Snowball and Johnny on Jets Worldwide. Bob, I got to get running. Thank you for calling in, ladies and gentlemen.
Show?
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Don't do Michael. Don't talk over me. The legend, Bobby Midnight, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube. Go subscribe. Bobby will be doing a show after this show. Also, Addie does shows over there too. Go support both of those guys. They are my friends.
You coming? See my show?
For a little bit, but then
That's
I
what Diana
go to bed
asked,
early
Mike.
now, Bob. This is getting late for me. I'm usually sleeping by like 10:30 now that I wake up early. What?
Oh, he has to go to bed. Okay, he's a young boy. He needs to sleep.
I might pop in. If you start right when I'm done, I'll pop in. I'll say hello. But then I gotta iron my shirts for the week, and then
I know you gotta get up early in the morning. I know.
I do,
you
man.
work.
I
What
do.
time do you have to be at work? 7 o'clock.
I gotta be there at 8:30.
Yeah, that's still early.
7:15.
What about you, Dylan? Can you step in for a while?
I gotta get in. I gotta get up at 6:15.
Oh,
to be at
you
work
gotta
for
go to
7.
bed. Yeah,
I'm the one that always has to go to bed early. Yeah, I work construction.
You're the carpenter.
Yeah. We work early hours. We try to get to the job site at 7:30 so we can be home by like 2:30, 3 o'clock before the heat gets to us.
What I used to pay with my father. Yep.
Yeah.
They're early and leave early. That's how you
absolutely.
Okay.
Skip lunch if you have to. Honestly.
No, I eat. I don't. No, I don't go without food. Trust me.
Okay.
Okay. Now I let Nick finally end the show. I'll see you later.
Later, Bobby.
Take care, Bobby.
Thank you for calling in. You're the man, Bob. One more caller?
Yeah, I got one more.
Black Gypsy, what's up?
I don't got one more. I don't got one more. All
right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the show here. I will be right back. I got to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right. I'll hold it down. What up?
What's up, Dylan?
Nine-Toe Bobby is so much nicer, bro. He's so much nicer. You saw my first battle on any of the shows was with Bobby. My first argument ever was with Bobby.
That's crazy. It's like they took that little 5-10% of extra anger out of Bobby, and he doesn't. Yeah, you're right. It correlates.
He's so much nicer now. So you've seen The Sopranos, right?
I've seen bits of it. I've never seen it start to finish. Like I know like some of the bigger parts and things like that, but no, I have not watched it start to finish, and I need to do it.
All right, so checklist of shows. Have you seen the beginning to end of Vikings?
No.
Vikings is the greatest show you're ever going to watch.
Okay, I've heard of it.
Breaking Bad?
Yep, I've watched Breaking Bad.
Sopranos.
I'm a big Boardwalk Empire guy.
Boardwalk Empire was awesome, yeah. It got kind of crappy towards the end, but
it fell off real hard. Yeah,
the first 3 seasons of that was badass.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. I like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragons and Knights of the Seven Kingdoms.
Game of Thrones lost me with the last season.
The last season was brutal, but the spin-offs have been really good. I don't know if you've watched House of the Dragon or Knights of the Seven
watched
Kingdom,
them.
but it's different.
Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Jake Asman for gifting a channel membership that went to Chris Bradigan, as my friend Jeremy would say. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate you. What are we talking about? What scandal you're bringing up to the forefront now?
Have you seen Vikings?
A show? Vikings?
Yeah.
No.
Never watched Vikings? All right, I'm going to put y'all on. Y'all need to go watch it.
Should I watch Vikings before Sopranos?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Listen, Sopranos had one season that shouldn't have ever been made. That ruined an amazing show. An amazing show was made, and then they came later and added a whole bunch of episodes that we didn't need.
Okay.
And ruined an amazing show. Lost.
I think you're being a little...
I've seen Lost. It got a little weird. It got a little
Lost
weird.
Is fucking
it got
strange.
a little weird.
Shout out to Mr. Bonesy, because Mr. Bonesy had to watch Lost tonight. That's crazy that you guys brought that up, but Mr. Bonesy's watched that. He might be watching it with one earbud in. He'll try to poke in the chat. He's like, I'll pop one earbud in. She won't know.
I love the reaction of people that are like watching shows for years, and then the last couple seasons of the show is just pure trash, where they ruin amazing shows.
Sense. The first season or two of Lost, great.
Amazing.
There was some of the best television I've ever watched in my life. And then with the smoke monster and all this other bullshit and turn the dial, like it got so fucking strange. And
I remember trying to argue for the smoke monster because I love the show so much, and I was like, no, it makes sense. It's an island. Stuff is going on.
Brainwashed by the show.
It was this. It was Aaron Glenn in week 11. It was this. Here's what we're gonna do. Oh, that's a storyline. All right, we'll take that. It was like spinning the wheel. And we're gonna. It was the show Clue. It was Dylan did it in the library with the candlestick. Like it made no fucking sense. Like what the direction that they went in.
Yeah, the last season of that show had me. I think Game of Thrones and Lost, I cursed more than any show at the end of the season. Because Game of Thrones was tough. Disrespectful, bro. There's so much like, are y'all serious?
So many great seasons to just
speed
through the end and wrap it up.
Sons of Anarchy are so great because they got out when it was still great.
Sons of Anarchy.
They didn't fucking milk it. They didn't overdo it. They didn't draw it out. They got out when it was great. You know what I just saw the other day on an Instagram short? Was that or reel, whatever the fuck they're called? That Jesse Pinkman was supposed to die like immediately in Breaking Bad. But the chemistry that they had, they like changed it and kept it going because the chemistry on air was just so good. But that's a show, Breaking Bad. And I love Breaking Bad. And I will say this, and some people 100% agree with me or laugh at you. There's no in between. There's no gray area. Better Call Saul is just as good.
Better Call Saul, if it had come out before Breaking Bad, it would have been an amazing show. But the fact that it came out after,
you watch it and it leads into Breaking Bad, and then you see those guys pop in at the end. It's so good. Both of them are so great.
it
How about
came-
this? Rewatch it. Watch Better Call Saul first, and then go into Breaking Bad.
that would be a good thing. Like to take a
If you've
couple
never
years off.
seen them before,
Yeah, and then go
probably
into
watch
it.
it that way. That'd be cool. Yeah.
There's these websites or whatever. Somebody did the shows where you can watch it in order, where it's like you then go to certain episodes of Breaking Bad, and then it matches with when they meet.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's badass. Vikings. Vikings is a must.
What
Must.
streaming service was
What's
it
it about?
It's about Vikings, bro.
Kidding, bro.
It's about
I'm
housekeepers.
surprised you answered
It's about,
that.
he got me. It's about housekeepers. You know?
You said it's so serious.
Housekeepers.
Oh, Ozark is real. Another show that got out on
Ozark.
time.
Exactly.
I
There
was
was
going to
nothing,
say the same thing. Yeah.
nothing else they could have did in Ozark. They left perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, there's a couple
And
shows that are really good that they get out right when they're supposed to.
Doesn't fucking miss. Jason Bateman does not miss. If it's comedy, if it's serious acting, anything Jason Bateman touches, he's fucking perfect in.
Couples Retreat is one of my favorite movies because that's a tentative yes. I'm taking it. The shit that he says it at like the perfect time when they're in that snow room in the islands or whatever. Like, why would you make this room? Why would you have a snow room, dog? That shit
I
is
haven't
like
watched this. I don't have Netflix, so I know that's a Netflix show.
I
what?
didn't watch Stranger Things.
But now I just saw a thing today on the internet that said Netflix
You ruined that show.
lost 15% of their subscribers, and now they're opening back up to the non-checking the IP address, so you could share your password again.
Yeah, they try to cut it down. A good
Yeah,
show
They tried, yeah.
that people don't that sleep on because I like animated funny shows. F is for Family.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's Bill Burr.
I've never seen that one.
Bill Burr, bro.
Oh, great.
It's him telling the story of his childhood, basically.
It
through a
sucks that I don't
cartoon.
like animated shows because I like a lot of the plots of like anime and stuff like that, but I can't get the animated shows. I can't get with them.
So you don't like South Park?
Nope. I think it's funny. There are
Family?
definitely funny moments. Family
Family?
Guy too, Simpsons as well, but I cannot sit there and like watch multiple episodes in a row.
F is for Family is it's funny, bro. Like it's
Okay.
one of the it's Bill Burr. It's him doing a stand up,
Okay,
basically.
yeah.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious the characters that they
Fucking
create.
neighbor partying is
Yeah, I have no just points, dog. I just came on to talk shit.
True
It's-
Detective. said,
It sounds about right. It sounds about right.
I don't care. The draft is like, I'm over it. Like, what you did today was cool. Like, if I see any more mock drafts, I just want to punch it. So like, I'm just ready. I'm ready for the draft. I'm ready for some
We're
football.
gonna do one. I'm trying to get Dylan, Dom, and Buffalo Jet fan to come on next Wednesday. I'm waiting to see if Dom and Kev can make it, but Dylan's locked in. We're gonna do the top 44 picks again next Wednesday. So the night before the draft, it'll be the only one I'm gonna do the rest of the way. We're gonna do that the night before and see how it turns out. True Detective, that first season was great. Now,
Yeah.
one of my
Fargo.
favorite shows of all time is 24, but I will admit it dragged on way too long.
Got so bad, bro. It got so bad.
And then years later, they tried to do it again, but one of the best. It's the best network show season I've ever seen. The first season of Prison Break.
Yeah,
There's
Prison Break
nothing
was
like
dope.
it.
Prison Break
Prison
was
Break
The
was
first
dope.
season, and then it got kind of
the
they
last
went to
season got off the
and
rail and
only so many
Scylla and
times
all-
you could see them running. And
As soon as Michael Rappaport came into the situation, it went downhill.
That a Jersey Shore
No
reference?
no
Michael
coincidence,
Rappaport
but
came into
Michael
the
Rapp-
situation.
Yeah, Michael Rappaport was a huge buzzkill for that one.
Entourage was a really good show.
Oh,
Also,
Entourage, and then the movie following. Oh yeah, Entourage is the best.
You know what I'm watching now? Landman. Have you seen Landman on Paramount?
Landman's amazing, bro.
No,
I'm almost at the end of season 2. I'm probably going to finish it tonight.
I think it's Billy Bob's best work, and it's so simple. It's like him playing himself.
Yeah.
Like it
It's
doesn't seem
believable
like he's playing a
that he's
character.
a Texas oil man. It's very
And
believable.
the wife, like perfect casting for the wife. Like if you ever been to Texas and been around like the cheerleader girls, like that's exactly what the wife is. Like,
I love the lawyer.
oh yeah,
Oh my god, the lawyer. Like, I was talking to my lady. She's like, I love Ali Larder plays the wife.
yeah,
She's the whipped cream bikini girl from Varsity Blues, and now she's older and she's still shredded. Like she's great
it's
for her
fucking
age.
amazing.
Yeah,
She's in her 40s, bro.
nipples
Like,
like telephone poles though. Those things were ridiculously long. Did not see that coming. Well, listen, I'm gonna
I
speak the
mean, you
truth,
did
man.
see it coming because if there's long telephone poles, you can see them from angles and shit.
Yeah,
But that's all I got, man. I hope y'all have a wonderful Sunday night.
Yes,
you, bro.
sir. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for your help with Charles. I had him fill out the application today. I yelled at him in the Discord because he was getting mouthy. I was like, all right, calm down with your attitude. Have you filled out the application yet? And he did it right then and there. I got to pick it up and drop it off.
Okay,
So,
yeah. If you can send me a copy of whatever his resume is, like I'll send you my email. You can send it to me.
Yeah.
And
Perfect. Cisco did a really good job with it. Shout out to Cisco. He did a tremendous job with it.
And right after he does the online version of it, just text me and
I was trying to find the Holiday Inn, but or the Hampton Inn.
Hampton.
They don't have any openings at that hotel to apply for.
Yeah, they're all choice hotels, so they're all covered by one group. That's like 3 different subgroups now. So once you apply to one,
what are we doing with Gorman at the hotel? Was like
we're not doing anything with Gorman at the hotel. Pause, calm your freaky down, whatever you want to say.
Sorry.
The most likely one that he's gonna get into is the Holiday Inn because they have the most spots open, and he could work in the bar. There's tons that he could do. It's like working at a restaurant / hotel.
Gotcha.
It's boy.
Yeah, it's a lot of simple stuff. The hours that he's looking for is perfect for what they're gonna need because the restaurant's only open a certain amount of hours.
Yeah,
like greeters, stuff like that. Like we'll see. Once I see the resume, like it's pretty much guaranteed that he'll get hired. But I just need to look over it before.
You got inside sources with the choice hotels?
I used to manage like a whole bunch of them.
Oh,
like
let's go.
years. So like I still have family that work there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad this has become a community effort with Gorman.
Yeah, man. He seems like he wants to work. He's just
yeah.
Man, he's
He
Gorman.
needs a little direction. That's
Quick funny story from yesterday. We're on our way back, and if you know the area, we're coming through Route 27. And I told him in Edison over by the hospital, and I mentioned that there's a good place, Gennaro's, there to eat. And it's an Italian place, and he's never had it before. I'm like, you never had Gennaro's? I'm like, you live right here, like your whole life. And he's like, no. And we're on our way back, and we're approaching it. And I was like, do you want to stop and get something to eat? I don't want to have to see you order Uber Eats or something later. I'm out. And he's like, well, I was hoping we can go get something. I'm like, I don't eat now. I'm like, I got to get to work, too, in a little bit for a game. I won't eat until tonight. And he goes, oh, all right. He goes, well, I'll just go home. My friend Colin, we're going to go out to lunch. I'm like, okay. Then he calls me like 20 minutes later. And he's like, hey, Nick Shine, I'm at Villa Gennaro. I'm like, oh, you and Colin went out to eat? He's like, no, he couldn't make it. So I'm here by myself. So he went and Ubered there, ate, and then Ubered home. I'm trying to get him to be more conservative with his Uber and his money. But I mean,
yeah, that's rough.
That's not going to happen. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, the lifestyle which she lives is just, it's meant, it just kind of works out that way. Like if he can get an e-bike or something to move around, but you trust Charles in an e-bike riding through Edison, so it is what it is.
All right, I appreciate your help, man. And
man.
Shoot me an email, and I'll forward what Cisco put together to you.
All right, man. Night, Dylan. Night, Shine.
Appreciate it,
bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Later.
Deuces.
There it is. I was gonna say you didn't say it. There
That's funny. All right.
I got one more call. Are you in or you out?
I don't want to say I'm out because I don't want to single that one person out, whoever it is.
Well, I didn't say who it was.
But that's the thing is you're gonna tell me who it is, and then I can't back out. So it's probably like Johnny Boy or somebody. So bring him on.
All right. We got Rich Rise. You were wrong.
Oh, what's up? Boy. Cool. No, I've never talked to Rich, so this is perfect.
Oh, he froze.
with a really nice sky behind him.
Yeah.
He must be West Coast because I'm looking outside and it's
Yeah,
pitch
Steve,
black.
California.
I'm like, wait,
He,
what
he
the hell?
called in last Sunday. Oh, he must have got a call or something because he had to come back.
Ah, shoot.
Here we go. The sky's still nice.
Hey.
Not as nice as last week. It's a little more cloudy. Last week was
What's up?
tar heel blue with how beautiful it was.
Oh yeah.
It's always beautiful here. The sun's starting to come down because it's 7:12 here. But what's up, Nick? Thanks for having me. I couldn't hear you guys for a second, so I hung up, but I joined back in.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to share one big thought that I'm having. We all want a receiver. I talked about that last week. Everybody's talking about it. Jordan Tyson seems like a beast, but I just don't understand how any Jets fans can feel confident about wanting us to draft him when we have the worst field in the whole NFL. Like, you could put him on any team and I would have confidence that he could maybe be good, but we have the worst field in the NFL. We've seen so many players go down on this turf, and I'm not saying the turf is going to injure him for sure, but when you put that injury history with our terrible field, it's too big of a concern for me to feel comfortable taking a guy in the first round and actually thinking that we're going to put the injuries behind him. So I just wouldn't do it.
It's completely fair. And unfortunately, the Jets are like the only team, obviously the Giants too, because it's the same stadium, the same turf, but it's embarrassing, like completely embarrassing that
So
that has
sad,
to
dude.
be an element of the evaluation processes. Will he hold up in the MetLife turf? Like, I'm so tired of talking about it. So I'm not saying
Me
you're
too.
wrong, but it's just so like shitty to think about. And from all the rumors about the turf situation, it feels like Woody Johnson would not mind changing it. It's John Morrow with the Giants who doesn't want to change it.
Is that
Also,
true? Have
it's
you
MetLife.
actually?
In order to change it, you'd have to put in a tray system. They had grass in Giant Stadium in early 2000,
dude.
and by November it was hay. They couldn't grow it anymore.
Yes.
There was clumps on the field. Go look at 2000 or 2002. They tried grass. They couldn't keep it green. They couldn't keep it. There's times where it's Sunday, Monday, back-to-back games. If it rains on Sunday, the field is fucking clumped up and beaten to shit. You'd
That's
have to
tough.
build the tray system. You'd have to dig up the concrete on the floor and build the tray system. And MetLife would have to give up their concert season. They're not doing it. They make
So
more money
it's
at
not just
concerts
the
than they
owners.
do
It's
Jets and
the
Giants games.
it's not just the owners. Then it's the company that owns that's part of the field. That's part of the stadium. That
It's the
sucks, dude.
New Jersey Exhibition Authority or Sports
Oh.
Authority. It's all of them. Like
Whack.
they
That's
should have
terrible.
built it when it came in. You know,
So the only hope is that they build a complete new stadium for the Jets or Giants, and then they get the new surface.
Damn, dude, that blows so bad. So I'm not an expert on this whole field thing, but I am a physical therapist student. I graduate in 2 weeks, which is freaking
Nice.
sweet.
Hell
And I'm
yeah,
just
dude.
saying,
Congrats.
there's no way that. Thank you, but there's no way that the like when you look at force and different things that and things that can lead to injuries and friction is a huge part of it. And if your freaking toe is stuck for a millisecond or your cleat is stuck for a fraction of a second
Just had
and
to
you're
use the
constantly
toe.
cutting with all this explosiveness, that tiny little
Oh no.
Oh, maybe we'll call back in.
He got kicked because of the toe talk.
That's it. I mean, listen, I don't have to worry about my toe getting caught in the grass, so I'm okay to play.
Oh man. But yeah, no, I'm glad that he brought that up because it's so embarrassing that it happens to just the Jets. Like
They
if
said,
Jordan
though-
Tyson, what?
But you got to remember, we play twice as many games as almost everybody, right? The Chargers and the Rams
Yeah.
are the only one with a shared stadium. And they
Yeah.
said that the percentage injury is on par with the rest of the teams. It just gets a bad rap because there's twice as many games played here as 28 of the other stadiums.
Yeah, and always the big names that get hurt on the stadium that like elevate the, I guess polarization of it.
Bosa got hurt that one year. Rodgers got hurt.
Yeah.
Didn't was it Phillips, the Miami Dolphins edge rusher? He got hurt here too,
Jalen got
right?
hurt on the MetLife turf. Yep.
I think injuries are going to happen. They changed the turf from when they originally bitched about it, and they went up to this other one, the next turf now, I believe it is.
Yeah, yeah. There's like 3 different types of turf, so
Yeah, there is, but
yeah, but they're never taking away the event possibilities at MetLife. They're never gonna turn that
you can
down.
get hurt
Taylor
anywhere
Swift
at
makes
any
more
given
money
time,
than the
right?
Giants or Jets do.
You can get your feelings hurt at a Sedona couples retreat. You can get hurt driving next to T-Rex Bane in Miami. You can get
Jeez.
hurt in any way, shape, or form in life. Welcome back.
Wow, I'm still here. Wow, that's bizarre. Sorry about that. I pretty much finished making my point, but the turf can make a big difference, and it really sucks. Absolutely, Dylan, what you said, it sucks that we even have to talk about this. It's a real thing, though. The fact that we didn't have any huge injuries last season, thank God. But I think fans need to remember that because it's not something that just disappears. It's not an impact that disappears. It's something that affects the game. It affects the players. It can definitely affect health in Euro leagues of soccer. They play on grass.
They
Yeah,
changed
and
it to grass for the World Cup players.
yeah, because they're worth the money, and apparently our athletes aren't. It's ridiculous. It's
But they also
disgraceful.
have several days to get and it's the summer,
Yeah. Yes.
so they can water and grow grass quicker in the
Mhm.
summer than you can in
That's a good
November
point.
in New Jersey.
Yeah.
You
I
know, the
didn't think about
timing of
that.
the
That's a good
tournament
point.
is a huge factor with the grass.
Yeah. No, that's
And
fair.
they don't
Yeah.
have back-to-back games. It's days in between games where
Yes.
you can maintain the turf and you can put new patches down if needed.
So,
And if it's a
so we're
and
screwed.
they
Mhm.
I actually drove past there going to Tommy's wake on Friday night because it was in the town right north of the stadium. And they have the bus area, like that whole parking lot's going to be shut down. There's no open parking for when the games are there. You
Mhm.
have to bus in and you have to get checked security wise before getting onto the buses from wherever
Wow.
you're taking it from. So it's a smoother transition at the stadium.
That's for the soccer stadiums.
Yeah.
Damn, damn, that's interesting. I didn't know about the. I didn't think about why they are able to do the grass thing
Yeah,
and
the
why we
time of
can't. That
year.
makes more
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
But sucks either way. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to draft Jordan Tyson because of that. If we get him, I'll be excited because he looks sick, but I'll be
Mhm.
very, very afraid. And yeah, I can't wait for the draft, guys. Thanks for having me, bros.
Oh yeah,
All right,
Rich.
man. Thanks for calling in, bro. Oh, I'm sorry.
Take care.
Do it again. Do it again.
J-E-T-S.
Nice. I
Let's
talked over.
go.
My apologies. Be good, Rich.
Take care.
So the MetLife World Cup schedule is June 13th, 16th, 22nd, 25th, 27th, June 30th, July 5th, and July 19th is the final.
Mhm. So spaced out, not yeah. I understand the pros and cons of it.
And USA never plays here. It's Brazil, Morocco, France against Senegal, Norway against Senegal, Ecuador against Germany, Panama against England. Then round of 32, there's a game. Round of 16, there's a game. And then July 19th is the final.
Well, then hopefully the United States is playing in that one.
Yeah, the final? You're crazy?
Yes.
I don't
I'm just
know.
trying to be patriotic, Nick. I know
I'll
they're not
watch the
going to
World
go.
Cup. Like
Yes,
I'll watch.
I always do.
I'll watch the tournament. Like I'll pay attention
Yeah.
to the USA, obviously.
Soccer's my second favorite sport, so it's like the only one that I actually follow remotely close. Like I don't follow baseball or basketball or hockey.
That's fair. I mean, I'll pay attention to it, and back in the day when I drank, like it was huge reasons to go out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
But
for sure.
I'll pay attention to it. I'm not gonna be overly crazy. I'll just root for. I like overtime. I like sudden death. I like penalty kicks. I like penalty shots in hockey, and I like penalty kicks in soccer. And
Yeah.
I always said that if you tell me there's a game 7 in overtime in hockey, I'm gonna watch that. And I don't watch hockey, but I'll watch a game 7 in overtime because the
Yeah.
excitement of sudden death is like the World Cup or the Olympics in the winter. was really fun because we went to overtime and you had that tremendous American moment. Sorry, boom, but that was something fun.
Yeah, playoff hockey and basketball is much more entertaining than regular season basketball. Like, I'm sorry, I can't get around to watching. Like, I would say I'm a Heat fan. Like, I don't care about Heat basketball in December and January. Like, it's just. But June, if they're playing in May and June, I'll be watching.
Yeah, they get there every so often. Billy says, "Are we done talking about that? We haven't mentioned. This is the first time he's been mentioned the whole show.
Way to go, Billy.
We
Way
almost
to go,
went
man.
through a whole show, Bill. You ruined it. Come on, man.
Almost 100 minutes of us and no Ty Simpson.
Damn it, Bill. We were that close. Well, DT, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time. You're the man.
Always,
this
man.
This is fun, man. This is different.
Yeah, this was I love the concept as soon as we started brainstorming it and doing the research for it. I was a little like, okay, how is this one gonna go? But I think we pulled it out and we did a good job. What did he say? I completed my journey. Watched all two. Oh boy. That's crazy, Spencer. I don't have I like when games 1 through 15 like don't mean jack shit. It's so hard to care. Like football, every game matters. That's why I love it. But yeah, Nick, always a pleasure to be on with you.
Soccer is what Gary does when dinner isn't ready by 6 p.m. Soccer.
Shit.
Damn.
Shit.
Damn.
Shit.
Damn.
Gator.
And
Oh man.
Soccer is what Mike Rabel does when he's in the owners' meetings or the league meetings. Forgive me.
Dude.
All right,
Just absolutely
DT.
nuts.
Appreciate
I
your
appreciate-
time. You're the man. Thank you so much.
Yep, everybody go follow Dylan Tereman. Prove me wrong.
What do you
that
got going
YouTube's
on? What's
not
your
holding
weekly
me back.
schedule?
Yeah, this week I got a couple of guests lined up, 2 confirmed guests. I'm working on a third one. Tomorrow at 6:30 p.m., me and Emery Hunt of Football Game Plan. He does a massive draft guide every single year, like hundreds of players deep. He does not, go with consensus. He's not in the echo chamber, so he'll be on. He has some really interesting draft takes that I like. And then Wednesday at 8:30 p.m., I have Joe Caporoso of Badlands coming on to discuss the state of the Jets. I'm thinking I'm going to show him the graphic of these two teams, take away the names of the players or people who drafted them, like have him blind rank the rosters and see, because he's always big on like the history of the Jets. Like I saw him on one of the segments.
Don't fucking take my name away. You make sure you have my name there, and you talk my name quite often with that episode with Joe, and tell him he's got to come do the show.
No, I'm saying like I'm
Joe.
gonna have him take a roster without saying, "Oh, this was Dylan's roster." But yeah, no, I'm 100%. But he's always big in the history. Like I saw him name all our first round picks from 2000 to 2025. So like this is right up Joe's alley. So I'll have him on discussing state of the Jets
from 2000.
Isn't that when we did the? Yeah, he named them all from 2000.
Right, so does it have to be in order?
Well, he went from 25 to 20.
I'm gonna go from 2000 up. I'm gonna go. You pull it up and tell me when I'm wrong.
Okay. Well, yeah.
All right. So 2000 was John Abraham, Sean Ellis, Chad Pennington, Anthony Beck. 2001 was Santana Moss.
Yep.
2002. That wasn't no. All right, I'm gonna.
I hold on. I need to confirm 2001 because you might have had
Santana Moss. I think we picked them 16th.
Was that 2001?
Yeah.
Or was that 2002?
Moss? I thought we went Moss back-to-back years. I thought Coles was 2000 and Moss was 01.
No, Coles. Yeah.
Coles was round 3 in 2000, but I think we took Moss the following year.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
You're right.
They were back-to-back years. You're right.
04 was Vilma. 03 was Dwayne Robertson.
Yep, but you're missing
02. 2002.
He was not drafted tonight in our game.
Hold on. 2002, first round. Was that Brian Thomas?
It was.
Okay. 04 was Vilma.
Yep.
05, we didn't have one because that was the Mike Nugent 47th. 06 was Golston.
Nope.
No, 06 was Brick and Mangold. 07 was Revis. 08 was Golston. 09 was Sanchez.
You're missing one in 08, but yeah.
Oh, Dustin Keller.
Yep.
09, we went. 9 was Sanchez.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10.
A 3-man draft class.
Yeah. Sean Green and Matt Slauson were the other two, round 3 and round 6.
Yep.
2010 was Muhammad Wilkerson.
Nope.
28th overall, I believe.
Nope.
2011 was Kyle Wilson.
Nope, you have him flipped.
Okay. My bad. Kyle Wilson, and then, all right.
Yep.
012 was
012.
Quentin Opals.
Yep.
13. 2013. No, 12. Wait, 13 Demario Davis.
Nope. There's 2 in 2013.
When was Demario Davis then?
No.
When was Demario Davis? 2012? Oh, he was a third rounder. He wasn't a first rounder.
Third round of 2012. 2013, they went 2 defensive players. And the second one did
that was Milner and Richardson in 13 then.
Yep.
14. Do we have one in 14?
Yep. Idzik 12.
Alvin Pryor.
Yep.
Because Jason Morrow was the second round pick that year.
Yep.
15. That was the Gino year, right? No. 15.
No, Gino was
15. I wasn't. Was that Duran Lee in 15?
Nope.
The year after Pryor?
Nope. He's got a ring on his finger.
Oh, Leonard Williams was 15. Duran Lee was 16. 17. 17. Is that?
We doubled up on the position. And then he's the reason we didn't take
it was Jamal. And then 18 was Sam. 19 was Quinnen. 20. Well, 21 was Zach and EBT. 20. Give me a second. Why am I drawing a blank about 2020? Oh,
COVID
Becton.
year.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Yeah, Becton.
Yep.
All right, then 22 was Garrett.
Well, 21, you're missing one as well.
I said EVT and Zach.
Oh, I didn't hear the ABT. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Zach and EVT.
Okay.
22 was Sauce, Garrett, Jermaine.
Yep.
23 and me was sorry. 23, Robert Sala. That was Will McDonald.
Yeah.
24 was 24. What the fuck?
It wasn't Brock Bowers.
I draw the blank. Huh?
It wasn't Brock Bowers.
Oh, 24 was Olu. 25 was Membo.
Yep. You got it. I get hung up in like the early 2000s. Like I can't remember all the first round draft picks, like Dwayne Robertson and stuff like that. I get confused.
Yeah, Billy, Brian Thomas won a pick before Ed Reed.
Oh, that's a rough one.
Awesome. I appreciate you for being here, DT.
Yes, sir. Let me know about the mock draft with the boys, and we'll get it done.
Yeah, I'll press them again for confirmation.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I appreciate it, Nick. Appreciate everybody in the chat. You guys are the best.
You're the man.
And I'll
Awesome.
catch you later. All right.
Later,
bye.
All right, folks, if you haven't already, hit the like button. Subscribe to the Nick Shine Show, please. Would appreciate it greatly. Again, NFL Draft Night, Round 1. Nick Shine, me, hello, will be live at the Woodbridge Brewing Company. Not live on YouTube, but live in person for a party. We are doing a raffle. We have multiple prizes available. You do not have to be there to be in it. Entries, $10 an entry, $25 gets you 3 entries. We are going to be giving away these sweet prizes that evening. Curtis Martin football with the case here as seen. Don Maynard photo with the COA. Vinny T mini helmet with the COA. And Chad Pennington mini also with the case and the COA right there. So you look at the bottom of the screen, my information is scrolling with my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. It's the only way to get in. Also, Spencer, the party is in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Woodbridge, New Jersey, not New York City. For those of you who can make it, let me know. Party starts at 7. NFL draft starts at 8. We'll have some other prizes that we're going to add in with those. I got some Jets shot glasses and Jets drinking glasses that go with it. Obviously, I don't need those, so we'll give those away. We have a Jet sweatshirt. We have a Jet long sleeve shirt, a Jet winter hat. So we'll get some bonus prizes in there for you. If I have to ship you the prize, well, I'll send that with you as well. Appreciate all of you who watch this show every time we're on and make it great. Now, I've been calling everybody out. I need a big turnout from everyone here. He hasn't called in to say it himself, so we'll have to play the video.
Now let's go to What Did We Learn Today, courtesy of Nick Shine.
What did we learn today, ladies and gentlemen? What did we learn? Chat, this is where it's your time to shine, pun intended. Yes, Spencer. Hold on. So, oh shit, I just need the table. We're good? Nothing fell? So the other day, I was looking on eBay, and I found a Ken O'Brien jersey, autographed. It was a good deal, and I got it. I ordered it for me, not for to give away. And then the other day, I'm in Jake's chat, and Spencer gives me a message. He's like, Nick. He's like, I realized that you just ordered a Ken O'Brien jersey from me. And he goes, when I printed out the label, I saw that it was your name. He was like, holy shit. And I didn't know it was Spencer when I ordered it. So small world. But yes, thank you, Spencer. It's right here. I'm going to be getting a frame for it. I'm going to get a frame to put up on the wall. I appreciate it. It did. It made it safe. COAs with it. I appreciate you, my man. But yeah, I'm going to get that up on the wall. I want to start building my own collection. I have a Joe Klecko mini helmet, courtesy of David D. He won it on Connor Long show, and gave it to me. So shout out to David. I appreciate you. Oh, but yeah, you're the man. I saw your email. I'll look it over. I'm gonna look for some prizes for May. So if you still have them come May, maybe we'll talk. I'm always looking for different things to give out, and those would be interesting. But I did see your email. Appreciate you again, man. MC Mays, I learned that Nick has a better shot at Diamondicini than he does at stopping Gorman from Ubering to eat. Well done. Luppy, I learned that Dylan needs to pick a better linebacker next time. True. Black Gypsy, I learned that I'm numb to the draft talk and movie talk is so much better. Well, to be fair, it's TV show talk. I learned that BG didn't know that it was TV talk. Modine, I learned after taking some time off that I have returned again to Groundhog Day. Might as well forward to the 2027 draft. How did you learn that? We barely talked about the 26th draft. We didn't even really talk about this year's Jets. We talked about Jets drafts of the past, Mo. I learned that Mo doesn't pay attention and just has his Jets insults pre-planned. Chris Bradigan, what's up, brother? I learned that I got a membership gifted to me by Jake Asman, even though I've been a sub to your show since it started. Chris, you are a long-time subscriber. You've been here since the beginning, man. You, Yeti, Knob, Dark Soldier, Johnny Boy, you guys were here early on, man. I appreciate you, Chris. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Boba Jet, member for 22 months. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Almost 10 days until the draft. Let's get Reese looking great, Nick. Thank you. I've lost 155 pounds. Thank you. Slim, trim. Rossini will let me in. Hope so. Nope, not going after a Patriot. Which is funny because my high school mascot was a Patriot. So, whatever. I appreciate you, Boba Jet, man. Thank you for your support. Folks, if you haven't already, I see a lot of comments with the names that are in black in the chat. Hit the join button. Become a member of the channel. Give some memberships. Let's spread the love. We see Chris Bradigan got an email. He popped in when he got the notification. It's great marketing. When people get gifted and they're not here, they get an email. And they're like, oh, Nick's on. Let me hop in, just like Chris did. So thank you to Jake and thank you to Luppy for gifted memberships tonight. Hank G learned that we need to draft better in the next 3 quarters of this century than we did in the first one. That was some slim pickings on some positions. It really was. It really was. Oh, Gator with movie suggestions. 3 films from director S. Craig Zahler. Bone Tomahawk. Brawlin' Cell Block 99. Dragged Across Concrete. Movies for Men. Violent, twisted, dark, and original. All right. Appreciate that. We'll talk anything here on the show when we get past the Jet talk. Love it, Gator. Luppy, I learned that the pain is deep from the choices from the previous regime's choice. Hopefully, we will make better choices in the future. Amen. Completely agree with you. Now, Muji has an opportunity to really, really help this team and set the foundation. We got bookend tackles in Olu and Membu. We got an old middle linebacker to look to get younger there for the future, for long term. You needed more edge rushers. I think we did a good job getting a good foundation and getting solid physical guys in free agency. Now it's time to get some flash. You know, I'm someone who wants the trenches to be dominant, and now you bring in the speed around them, and you could have the makings of a really show since January, and even before. You had to get better in the front seven, and you got to get in. If you're running the 3-4, you got to have run stuffers. We got that, but now you add your speed. And now you add your guys around the big bodies that can consume the blockers and then make the plays and get the tackles for losses and blitz and get to the quarterback. So it's very interesting on what we have building. But now you set your foundation. If you go get Reese and then you get a receiver to pair with Garrett, and then in the second round, you go and get a middle linebacker, whether CJ Allen falls or Hill, for Demario Davis to mentor. I'm not a Rodriguez guy. I think Rodriguez is too small for a 3-4. Granted, it's mostly going to be 3-3, 4-2 nickel. I get that. But I think you want bigger linebackers if you're going to be playing a 3-4 at times. You can't have small guys out there. You can't have safety converts like you have with Sherwood. You're going to have to get bigger guys. If you have CJ Allen next to Demario Davis or Hill Jr. next to Demario in run situations, I like that. Demario can take on the A gaps and Hill can run side to side, and so can Allen. I want bigger guys up front, man. You guys know that. I'm a size queen. You say it all the time. I appreciate you for all your ribbing that you do here on the channel. I learned that I can never get enough of your jokes. But ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. And I play this with a great sense of pride.
Hey there, Shiners! You made it to the end. It's time to ask the question. The Nick Shine would like to know. Canada's taking names. Motown always delivers. Let's find out now. What do we
And, ladies and gentlemen, drop what you're doing and listen to Boomtown as he drops it like it's hot. I'm not going to lie, guys. Black Gypsy says Bone Tomahawk is insane. Chris says Bone Tomahawk is a fantastic movie. When I started reading the names of these movies, Bone Tomahawk, Brawl in Cell Block 99, Dragged Across Concrete, I thought they were gay porn movies. I really did. I thought Gator was getting me to say some stupid shit. But now that I see you guys following up, knowing about the movies, I feel a little more confident that it's not. I thought he was Bone Tomahawk sounds like it could be a gay porn movie. Not gonna lie. Boomtown learned car accidents can be caused by short arms. Nick is often the man behind the curtain. Modine cures depression. Nick is getting close to looking like an Ethiopian. Nick sleeps with widgets. I wish it was midgets. Maybe someday. We turn that W upside down. Boomtown bonus. There was a lot of screwing in the draft tonight. Angry landline phone messages were the best. Dylan may be one of the last people on earth to have not heard Bobby's elevator story. Double bonus. Dylan has a chair in his room for cuckolds to sit in. Dylan's number one wide receiver is Diana Rossini. All good things must come to an end. Good night, Shiners, and may you forever keep on learning. Is that my cue? Okay. Give me a thumbs up or a no. Is that the go ahead? Boom. Let me know, Boom. Gator, I learned that Nick watches a whole lot of gay porn movies to be able to compare almost any movie to dudes sucking each other off. Listen, man, I consider myself to be somewhat of a witty comedian type. So you have to study things to be able to make fun of them. I have a tremendous joke for you that I can't tell on air, too, Gator. Oh. All right. Well, you exit now. I'm going to respectfully, I might override your thing here. I'm going to override you very quickly. All right. Please give me a thumbs up. Just let me know you're okay. I have to. I have to do what's right in my heart. And I want your blessing. This is awkward silence. I'm going to sit here and wait for the thumbs up. I want a thumbs up. I want approval. Okay. All right. Serious moment here on the show, folks. Little over 2 years ago, someone started watching the show. And we did a little summary one day. And he knocked it out of the park. And sent me a message and said, if you like doing that, I could do that every day. And for over 2 years, Boomtown has not missed a second of this show. And it's my favorite part of the show because I'm somebody who makes comments in the moment, but I don't retain the information. You know, I consider myself to be funny and witty, but I'm in the moment funny and witty. Like, I don't want to plan things out to be funny. It's better spontaneous. And Boomtown has provided highlight after highlight, and not just me, things you guys have said in the chat, things that guests have said, things that have happened in the world. And it's my favorite thing. And as people grow and people evolve and life changes and schedule changes, all good things come to an end. And I put out a challenge to all of you from this moment going forward. We might not have Boom here for every show. So I need all of you to step up. And when we get 5 channel memberships gifted, we pay homage to Tommy. And I'm somebody who loves my friends, and Boomtown is a very good friend. And we have many discussions about life and issues off air. So I'm in a different sense of the word, pay homage to Boom. And I want to continue doing the what did we learn today? And I want to continue to drop the Boomtown emoji when we do it. So everybody, this may be the not last ever, but the streak of 2 years consecutively watching every show and doing what did we learn. And if he wasn't able to do it live in the chat in that moment, when he did watch the show, he drops it in the comments on the video. So, Boom, you're the man. I appreciate every comment that you've made. I appreciate all the time that you've spent watching this silly little program called The Nick Shine Show, which used to be the proud New York Jet fan show. You're the fucking man. And everyone else in the chat, it's time to step up. Michael Jordan retired. So, yeah. Boom, I love you. You're the best. Modine with a very good question. Boom, deny this immediately. Did Boom switch to rooting for the Colts like Gorman? Now, also, Mo, I have no problem with it because Charles Gorman, Michael Clemens, and Sauce Gardner are Team Tank, and Charles Gorman is driving the blue tank to the Colts with the #1 overall pick in 2027. So if they need someone to navigate their way, we will kick it up to Boom, and he will help out. He's on a mission from God, Charles Gorman, and we will not shame him on this channel. Boom, you're the best. 2 years ago, I barely knew you. Now I consider you a very good friend. We will talk more. You're not going away. And I look forward to your comments in the chat. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Have a good night. Boomtown, you're the man. Thank you for being a part of this program every episode for 2 years. And all the best to you in all of your journeys in life, my friends. Boom Gator says, Boom is a legend. There's no one else in the Jets community who gives more time than Boom. It's true. He's watched every second of Jake. He's watched every second of my show. Yes. Oh, do we have a passing of the torch? Jets Johnny, how do you get here at the end of the show? You're part of the reason this show was designed today. We did a Jets draft, myself and Dylan, if you didn't get in here till the end, drafting players from 2000 to 2025 that the Jets drafted and building a roster. So if you're just getting here, go back, watch the beginning. I think we started about a half an hour in. You'll see the share screen pop up, and I think you'll enjoy it. You know, we're all mock drafted out, and your comment helped build the show last week and then helped create the show this week. So shout out to Jets Johnny. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are a channel member, now more than ever, show Boomtown some love. This week's schedule to be determined. Tuesday night, I believe. The sports for the town starts Thursday night. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. I don't know what my schedule is going to be like. As always, if you're part of the Nick Shine Discord, you will be the first ones to know. Rest of you, sign up for notifications. It's almost 11 o'clock. Jesus Christ, I got to go to bed. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris, good luck in the morning, brother. God bless you. Folks, we're out. Be good. Be good to one another. Be good to a stranger. I give you homework. Be nice to someone randomly tonight, tomorrow, whenever. Not like Johnny Boy does in bathroom stalls. In other ways, be nice to somebody. But ladies and gentlemen, turn it up. It's Blitz BK. And can we please get back to this? Oh, man. Winning is fun. I want to win again. Why the fuck do we have to be so bad? Oh, shit. I learned I didn't know how to mute myself before I start crying after the show like I do all the time. All right, everybody. Let's BK time. Bye-bye.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
And because Luppy gifted 5 channel memberships before, I gifted one that went to Alyssa Asman. Very nice. Look at that. Oh, I forgot the picture still here. Oh, yeah, you got the picture still up. Oh, shout out to Nick Mangold. You got drafted today. Nick Shine wanted to make sure you had Nick Mangold. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Good night. God bless.